No. Says
That's a
who?
bull.
Huh? Not you, because you were
Ah,
silent. Silent.
that
Anyway,
sounds like a personal attack.
I mean, you are a person, so yes, it is a personal attack.
I knew it.
Have we started?
Yes, we
Okay.
started about
Now they know your
30 seconds
shame.
ago.
I don't care. I have no shame. Have you met me? Jesus. Anyways, welcome one and all in one and everything in between to another exciting, awesome, blah, 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 blah. Okay, guys, it's Lost Ones. It's Sunday. Let's get to it. Okay. So, it is
Monday.
a really weird trip so far. You guys basically decided to venture through the void on some rickety machinery and some rig stuff using a mixture of multiple wizards capabilities and craziness. So you guys, ran through there. Um, right before you guys were launched through the void, you guys had a really, really weird interaction with Doc, which some of you guys have surmised that you believe that the Doc was actually the Sage who kept you guys in glass jars and cloned you and created a Delta, Foxtrot, and Echo, and may have also injected some, stuff into you. Anyways,
He quite literally poked and prodded us.
yes, but you guys are pretty much shit out of luck after the reveal because you guys were already trapped inside the bubble. So he was just like, bye, um, almost as a last confession. But you guys made it into the void. It was a rough go. You understand why some people may have died going through it, because a few of you guys got kind of close. Those HP bars were definitely getting kind of low for some of you. But you guys made it through the other side. You guys streaked us across the sky at a very accelerated pace, seeing the blue of water, the green of land, before a thump, crash, boom. You guys were scattered upon a rough beach. You guys woke, gathered the situation, figured out, like, okay, we're on a beach, land, cool, awesome. Scales began to feel a little ill. Ventured over to the water and began upchucking some black goo or some black viscous liquid, something that seemed to pour into the water and stretched out hundreds of feet in each direction before there was a massive shift in the water and it quickly just went deeper and further away into the water. Some of you guys had some theories on what that could have been, but it's probably just some bad Taco Bell. And then you guys continued to gather intel, keep an eye on things. You guys did a quick scan around the area. One of you guys, Auntie, decided to ritual cast some speak with animals to try to speak to a burb to gather intel, which was fruitful, I guess. I mean, talking to birds can be rough for any animal in that regard.
Bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah, sometimes it's asking the right questions and sometimes it's interpretation, so it can be weird, but you guys gathered that there were featherless ones to the south. That it can fly. That it's not a crow. That was pretty much about it. Yeah. So, the other group that also went in kind of a wider circle around your guys' current area, you guys gathered that there was, small animals and stuff that kind of go through this area. No signs of humanity or civilization yet. But you guys only really ventured, like a good 6-ish. You guys probably saw up to like 700 feet-ish, giving you guys' view distance at maximum, so within like a pretty thick circle around where you guys decided to set up camp. There was no signs of humanity or civilization. You guys had come up to the group decision to wait a few days at where the crash site was. You guys disposed of the protective device that you guys used to break through the void, and kind of break up your guys' ship to use for wood, to kind of just get rid of all the evidence that there was a crash site here, and you guys are just going to wait. And I think the last surmisation was that you guys were going to pretend that you guys just also saw it, the streak through the sky, and that you guys were just gonna piggyback off of that to gather intel and potentially help. So yeah, you guys got to camp. Kid pulled out his goodie bag of food that was packed by the people of home. You guys dug through it and had your guys kind of like a piecemeal meal. And yeah, that's where we left off.
Also, two other things. I think I might have missed it. Kessler made a lean-to, and we also got some apples.
Sure, yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
The sun is going down.
Okay.
Which is a little weird because looking to the west, you don't got like that clear of a view to the east because of terrain, forest, things like that. But to the west, there is like a pretty clear shot out to the ocean. And as night is cresting upon the horizon, you guys don't see the sun setting. It's beyond your sight, but you do not see the void. It is just a horizon.
That's strange.
I mean,
Is it
I
strange?
mean,
yeah, it's
I mean, in context, seeing the void was strange.
And I'm used to caves.
it's pretty though. Very pretty. Quick question. When we all have a nap, how are we gonna, nap?
Well, made this little lean-to thing here so we can give us some structure,
I was,
sort of shelter.
yeah, I was more thinking about like watches and stuff.
Okay. And out of character, how many people are we? Six?
Five.
Five? Alright. So, Damon, would it be like, it's just me not knowing knowledge, really. Can we do a breakup of like 2, 1, and 2?
You can
for,
do
rest?
however you guys want.
Okay.
You guys just need each person at the very least 6 hours.
So actually, before we get to that, I have a quick question here. Who can see well in the dark?
I can.
Kirkin raises her hand.
Kid
Not
looks
me.
around and raises his hand.
Okay. How about, let's see, Auntie and Scales for one watch, and me and the kid for one watch, and Kirketin for the last watch, or however you guys want to order that.
I
Uh,
think Kirketin should be the middle of the night. She probably can see the best in the dark.
yeah.
Okay.
And maybe have Auntie do morning time?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'd say I'm happy to do night.
I
Given,
can do the first one.
yeah,
So it's all agreed that I'm last watch?
I mean, sounds
Perfect.
good. Unless you want to stare into complete blackness and darkness and be like, everything is fine.
As she's saying that since Auntie is already scrunched up where she's laying and just falling asleep.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess while she sleeps on the stand, the
Me.
rest, you guys can sleep in the lean-to. Some
Okay.
shade, whatnot.
But me and Damon's going first, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to kind of break you guys up so we don't have two people with night vision and then just people with non-night vision watching.
Or we
Well,
can.
if you go with Auntie, then it would be good all around, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Crigetin can see in
hang
the.
on, let me. I
Yeah.
guess me asking DM wise. DM, like, light wise, would that work better?
What do you
I-
mean?
Well, if it's like like Dawn would be able to see as good as if I'm just trying to see if we would be impaired by the night if we're last watch, me and Auntie.
Why? Because wait. Do you not have dark vision?
I don't. No.
Oh, okay. Then,
That's why I was saying we split it up. So
I mean,
like,
yeah.
at least,
Okay, yeah, sure. Then, yeah, you would know this.
Yeah, because I don't have dark vision. I can't see in the night.
Yeah, we still did a 2-on-2 finish. Just me and the
Also,
kids
it's not
go.
called dark vision in the world. It's just I see very well at night.
Yeah.
Either way, I don't see well at night.
Well,
So it's putting two people who can't see well at night on one watch.
But
doesn't
no,
seem-
that's because you're doing the math one. You have me and the kid go first because we can see in the dark awesome. We then have Crigetin go in the middle because she can see in the dark awesome. And then we have the two otherwise blind people in the dark look in the daytime. So instead of 2-2-1, it's 2-1-2.
Yeah, but you're not understanding that there's a period of time where it's going to be dark still.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
but
that
we
all
can
depends on how
we can
late
see.
we stay up.
Yeah, me and the kids can see fine in the dark. So Crigetin, you guys take the dawn. There ain't actually a problem with this whatsoever.
DM, is there a problem with that?
It all depends on when you guys plan on going to bed.
Yeah.
If you guys plan to go to bed, like at like 7 at night, sure. But if you guys go to bed at like 10, 11, or 12,
Mhm.
then the last 3 hours of the watch would be pretty much morning time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it would just mean that you guys would have to stay up later then.
Yes. We are awesome. We are awesome.
Are you being subtle about that, are you?
No, I'm not being subtle about it at all. Why should I be?
And let's be honest, Auntie normally doesn't wake up before like 10 or something anyway, so
11 if she has the chance.
yeah.
Just from asleep. He has a point.
So, yeah, this should be fine.
I mean, I don't blame Auntie. Have you looked at the sun? It's like, ow, like pain.
Yeah, but she sleeps through the good parts then. If the sun bad, she stays up during the bright parts and then goes to sleep at the dark part. Shouldn't she do the opposite?
You're right. Look, she's rubbing her chin. Hmm. That gives me a lot to think about.
Plus, this would give me some extra time to do some workouts. I haven't done them in a few days. And the kid just kind of continues to lay down, just looking up at the sky, waiting for everyone to head off to bed and start to watch. Anyone else doing anything funky or, crazy or?
I'm
Yeah.
snuggling my bag of beanies.
Pocket pillow.
Scales is just playing with her little minor illusions.
So wait, you're also then cuddling by, process of elimination, the bag full of your cigarettes?
I'm being very on it. The
Sure.
beanies are on top, so all the cushion's there.
It's not how crushing works, but sure. I'll allow it for now.
Could go ahead and go sleepy sleep.
Kessero goes in his shelter. Just keep an eye out, guys.
Will do.
Okay. And the kid kind of goes over and just begins once everyone starts nestling in and stuff like that. He's like, okay, why don't you take the first bit and I'll do some working out and then we can switch and you
Yeah.
can draw or whatever, so that way, yeah,
Yeah.
we subdivide our watch, yeah.
We are awesome. Oh, do
We're
you want to have a sweet before you have a work? A little bit of energy.
Oh, I just ate.
Okay. Scales has 2 sweets. Nom, nom,
Just double fisting it like.
nom. Nom, 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 nom. Yes.
So go ahead and we will do that good old perception check.
Okay, not bad.
Mm. Let me see, because he's going to be getting a rest, so. Fuck it, yeah, he'll burn through some. Yeah, you notice that when he's like really paying attention on watch, his eyes seem to glow like, like when you shine a light on like a cat at night, kind of like that.
Reflective eyes.
Yeah. So he's gonna burn through his stuff to use that. That means he has advantage on these. Wait. Let me double check. Yep. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Ah, wow, it is so quiet out here. Reminds me of being on the farms, but even more so.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that time we got lost on those islands. That's what it reminds me of.
I missed the whole, like, listening to the ocean, like, right next to you.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
You get the ocean coming through, the animal noises, Auntie snoring. Makes it really just kind of like you want to go to sleep, like just having that standard, like just rumbling all around you. Ugh.
It's nice and comforting. You think there's any octopuses nearby, like you can have a chat to and stuff?
As he kind of like just looks over at you quickly and then looks away. Maybe that might not be the best topic to dive right into.
I mean, probably not, but I don't know, like, you see, like, hear all these birds and stuff going through the night sky. It's like, I want to know what they're thinking and stuff.
I mean, yeah, but some of them don't really think much.
Really?
Yeah, it's not as engaging as you would think.
Ah.
Yeah, most of them just like I'm hungry, and it's like I want to fuck. I mean, as he looks quickly over at like Kestrel and Auntie of the people who would chastise him for cursing.
I get
mean,
it. I get it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very straightforward, which is I guess nice in its own right. Not a lot of deception or deep-seated thinking. It's just primal, basic. It's nice.
When we do meet, like, civilization and stuff, like, what's the first thing you want to do? Like, there's often
Well-
shops, taverns,
Well, from what I've heard from you guys, I kind of want to just like save some stuff. I mean, you can't really be the Justice League if we don't have like stuff to do.
I mean, yeah, I suppose.
And from what you guys said, like basically everyone's always in danger or something's going on.
Yeah. There's got to be something you would want to do on, like, I don't know, your day off or whatever. When you're done saving everyone, and you have a bunch of, like, money to spend because people's giving you rewards.
Well, and he kind of like looks a little bashful and kind of looks down.
Come on, you know you want to tell me.
Well, I kind of want to learn a bit more about this Asgorgaroth. What's his name?
Dagadem. Askaroth. I don't know how you say the name either in real life. Yeah.
Sure, I'm gonna just say that that's how Scales pronounces it.
Yeah.
She read it in a book. She never heard it out loud.
Yeah.
And maybe more about this world. You know, we don't know who the bad guys are if we don't know what is what.
I know what I want to do, but I'm pretty sure everyone would say no to it. So she shrugs. We'll see what happens.
Well, what do you want to do?
Well, you know, I told you guys about the whole prophecy thing my people had.
Yeah.
I want to know if it's still a thing or how others would have interpreted it.
Well, I was talking with Knight Albrecht, and I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't. The way he made it sound like. Oh, how do I put this? Like it was like apocalyptic of what happened after, you guys went all in the tubes and stuff.
I mean, yeah, probably.
So maybe you don't have anything to worry about. That'd be awesome, right?
Yeah, but if that's the case, though, I want to know if my people were like the people I remember, or if they're more like John and Gringe, and they're nice again. I highly doubt it, but
I mean, I guess the only way we'll find out is if we find out.
Yeah.
Though I gotta admit, Knight Albrecht did seem very scared the first time he saw you, so that doesn't really bode too well.
No, it doesn't bode too well at all. I'm still trying to get used to this whole, hoping for stuff at the right moment type thing. It's weird.
Yeah. Also, is no one really gonna talk about what happened with you yesterday?
I don't think so.
Today? Sorry, it's nighttime. I get confused sometimes with that.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure everyone just put it off as I threw up a possible octopus god thing. I really don't think that's the case. I think that was more of me being in the center of the shield and, being at the center of the big kaboom can often throw someone off of something.
I don't think so. That just didn't seem normal. I mean, I'm no magical expert, but that seemed wrong.
It seemed wrong on all the levels, but people want to...
Like on all of the levels. Like
I know.
I think we would have to make a few levels just for it to be justified that, it was wrong on all of them.
Yeah. But, how do you say to these guys, be like, hey, I want to research the goop, and everyone's like, no. But I think it's a really good no. But, no. Okay. That's how the conversations normally go down. Normally.
Well, how about I do it then?
You think you could convince them?
Well, I may not be able to do that. I'm not really the best with people.
I mean, I don't think you're the best of people, but that's just me saying it.
Oh, well, thanks. But what I could do is, if they're worried about you looking into it, what if I just look into it? I read the books. I look, ask the questions, so that way, it doesn't. They don't think that you're the one. You might be influenced by anything.
Oh, see, I don't know.
And hey, if it was connected to that, maybe this whole ordeal's over, and you don't have to deal with it, because that was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. That was horrible. I don't ever want to do that ever again.
Yeah.
A bit of forewarning. I wouldn't have minded a little body controller be like, hey, I'm just gonna do this for a bit. It's gonna feel like shit, and then pre-warning would have been nice. But,
I mean, it could have bought you dinner first.
Yeah, I know. At least something to help. But do you know how hard it is to, be sick and not have actually anything in your stomach?
It seemed like there was something in your stomach.
I mean,
It seemed like there was a lot in your stomach.
Yeah.
I'm just questioning how all that fit inside you. You're not that large.
That's a good point.
That was like a few hundred scales worth of stuff.
I mean, if I had all of that on my stomach and still look like slim and stuff, I'm okay with that.
Oh my gosh, do you have powers like Burby?
Baby?
That yeah, you know that cartoon of the pink bird character who could just eat and eat and eat and eat.
I mean, if that was the case, I'd be like the most powerful thing on existence.
I mean, realistically, yeah.
I mean, we
I
could
don't know.
test
We
it.
could test it.
Yeah, what do you want to test it on?
And he just like looks over and he just picks up a rock. That might be a little too big. And he walks over, throws it at one on the ground.
I don't know.
picks up-
As a snake, I can unhinge my jaw.
I know, it's just, what goes in
Aw.
must come out.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, that's a good
Maybe
point.
not. So he just continues to walk over. He's like, okay, actually, that's a better question. Yeah, I've seen you use the bathroom before, so no, you can't be Burby. He doesn't do that.
Oh.
And he just like tosses the rock back down on the ground.
We'll think about something. We'll think about
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Should we wake the others up?
Probably, yeah. It's been, I think we've even gone over a bit. Okay. You want to wake her up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go over to Cricket and be like, nudge, 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 nudge.
Do I feel nudge nudge?
Yes.
Eh.
Time to wake up and look at stuff. Nothing happened. We're all good.
Is food made yet? She's like frozen.
I have a sweet you can have.
Slowly turns to. Yes, please.
Gives Cricket a single
I
sweet.
imagine Cricket just like turns over and just eyes still closed, just opens her mouth.
Nah.
Gives Cricket a single sweet. And they'd be like,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, you're supposed to take the wrapper off the cupcake.
That's just slightly unmotivated now.
I imagine it
Wow.
like, I don't know if you guys know, but like Werther's Originals, just like a single one of those.
But again, does get up.
Yeah.
Either way, still has the wrapper on.
She's probably chewing it. You can probably hear the wrapper or whatever.
Yeah, she's a dwarf. It won't upset her stomach.
Extra chewy.
Us girls
All the
were,
Driscoll on this suite.
like nap right where Cricket was sleeping because it was already warm.
Okay. Kid just kind of leans against a bit of stuff and just literally passes out, just kind of on the ground.
Okay. Shall roll my perceptions. That nice old 22.
Okay. Cricket.
Sees all.
About an hour into your watch, you hear a twig snap a little bit towards the eastern side of the clearing.
Okay.
And you kind of look over, and for a brief moment you see kind of what looks like glowing eyes with a very yellow hue to it.
Alright.
And there's a quick shift of motion, and you hear just scattered running away. With the 22, whatever it was, it sounded pretty sizable.
Okay, so snap of a twig, glowing yellow eyes, you said?
Yeah. Even though you have dark vision, at this distance, you can't make out all of the details. Especially with the firelight next to you. But whatever it was sizable. Seemed to be the eye height was probably sitting around 6 or 7 feet, and it moved very quickly. And after that, returns to silence.
Okay. Keep that maul close at hand. Kurgan keeps staring at that spot.
Okay. Nothing ever seems to return to that spot. Nothing seems to return at all. The rest of your watch just goes by pretty quietly.
Okay. And as soon as my watch is over, I'll go wake up the next people.
And it is starting to get to like the just break of like kind of like dawn bits. Like it's still dark, but you know, like you can tell just by looking towards the east, like the sky over there is starting to change colors.
The sun. Yes. Okay, waking up the other two. Castellanti.
Okay, Castro, you begin to get poked.
Ow. 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 Okay.
Yes, of
I'm
Stone's
awake.
thick, heavy fingers.
Yeah.
Just
One more, just to be safe.
Ow, stop. Awake.
And then moments later, Auntie, you feel the same.
Getting up.
Off the beanie bag.
Alright. Anything happen?
Actually, yes.
What happened?
I saw a pair of eyes out there. Big yellow eyes.
Do you know if it belonged to a creature or a person or?
I don't know, but it was pretty sizable.
Which direction did it come from?
And you said east, right, Damon?
Yeah, it's like this, she kind of points over toward like, remember, it's like a giant, almost oval outcropping that you guys are kind of in right now, and it's kind of towards the southeast corner. So generally mostly east, but it is on the southern part of it.
It had a
I'm
quick
gonna
look. Well, Kurgan's saying it had a quick look, but then it fled.
Alright. Castro, can you keep your eyes on that? I'm sure if something happens, you'll be the first to see it.
Well, I want to keep my head on a swivel. We could easily have circled around by now.
Fair enough. Back to back?
Yep, that's a good idea.
Alright. I'm just gonna get back to back with Castro, light up a cigarette, and start watch.
Wait. Aren't we like near the ocean?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Kurgan's like, what back? And she looks
Well,
to the,
that's
to
the
the ocean.
point. Like, we don't have to necessarily be have one of us facing the ocean. We just have.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
left and right back to back.
Yeah.
Okay, then. And she, Kurgan takes their spots.
Guys, remember, Kurgan doesn't understand spatial awareness.
I'm aware that there's space. That's about it.
She also lacks object permanence.
So when she saw the eyes leave, she's like, "Oh, they're gone forever now."
Yeah. The creature ceases to exist.
Every time you blink, it's a whole new world.
Anyway, so I guess I'll keep an eye out.
Okay. You know what to do.
Yep.
Perception.
Wisdom
hang on.
saving throw.
Yes.
Ah, shit. Fuck. And sorry, I just exited out of my game by accident.
Yeah.
I was really hoping for a nat one. I'm not gonna lie. The DM in me got super excited of going just like, ooh, yeah.
Alright, what did I get?
12.
12? Okay.
Honestly, I should have just given Castro advantage.
Well, no, because you guys are doing back to back.
That is
Oh,
also true.
fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you guys sit, listen to the ocean
Mhm.
crashing against the wall, kind of the beach and the rocks surrounding you. It's quiet. Birds chirping in the distance, like light animal noises, things like that. Otherwise quiet. Um, Within a good 30 to 40 minutes of you guys' first bit of watch, the sun starts cresting over,
Mhm.
begins to go from like the slight blues to purples to orange before, you're like, oh, okay, the sun's really starting to raise now. And that just continues for the next few hours as you guys, finish the last bit of your watch.
So, do you think things here are going to be relatively normal to what we remember?
I mean, from what we remember, it was constant war, but also I think it's been a few generations since then.
That's kind of mean. Like, for example, there still be goblins. Are there new beasts? Like, I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, I'm sorry, I cut out there for a second. What was that?
Well, guess what I was saying was like, do you think there still be goblins, that sort of thing? Like, are there new beasts? Like, that kind of thing.
I mean, I don't think it's been enough for newbies. Probably
Mm.
places that were once held by one faction are now held by another. I'm sure there's going to be a couple of layers that got cleared out over the years and been taken over by goblins or something.
Yeah. Cause like,
Do either of you guys want to try to remember how long Night Aubrek said it had been?
sure, yeah.
Sure.
Just intelligence check.
All right. I'll do all that.
Yeah. Intelligence. 15.
Since he doesn't know exactly when your guys' time ended,
Mm-hmm.
from the events that he does know transpired, after the calamity, it's been more than 4,000 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been about 4,000 years.
I mean, sorry. My bad. It's been about more than 1,000 years.
Alright.
Sorry, that was my bad. I was thinking of home.
Gotcha.
It's been more than 1,000 years. I'd be surprised if any of the same locations still were a thing around this time. Probably what we
Yeah.
remember are ruins. Or elves.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, I don't think they're all as brutal and tenacious as they were. I mean, 1,000 years is a long time ago. So I don't even know if anything of my supposed home would be around, or if it is, if it's like still run by the same people.
Did you know any elves?
Well, drow.
Thanks to Drow family.
Well, drow. Yeah.
Well, then they might actually still be around.
Yeah. I guess supposedly if they survived that initial Great War or whatever you want to call it, I guess they could possibly still be around.
Castro, I need
Mhm.
you to give a wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie. I clicked it, man.
Yeah.
There you go.
5.
You shudder at the thought that your aunt could still be alive.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. That is.
Auntie, you see, like, he ponders for a moment after you, like, just talk about this, and there's, like, a visible, like, coldness and shudder that comes across him.
Yeah. See him look, for lack of a better word, paler than usual.
Yeah, he goes to a much lighter gray.
Yeah. Yeah, but if they are, I don't know. I just want to give my hometown place a wide berth. If that's alright with you guys. I mean, I know obviously you, Monty, may want to visit the Feywild at some point while we're here.
Yeah, but the thing is, Feywild, how it kind of works, even if I do go to the Feywild, doesn't mean I'll be in the same location. Kind of mimics this world.
That's fair.
That said, though, I wonder how politics changed while I was gone. Wonder if the same ones are still unruling. That said, though, my human family should be dead.
I'd imagine so. Yeah, 1,000 years is a long time ago. Did you really like? I mean, you said you were kidnapped as a kid, right?
More, I guess, kidnapped, tree napped, I guess.
Or, like, did you really like? How old were you when that happened?
Um, young child. I was still in my formative years.
So like you didn't really remember your family, like your human family, I guess.
Even though the human family were, and she raises up air quotes family, my formative years were spent with the wilds.
So you really didn't know him then.
I mean, I knew him as much as a kid knows a father for, I don't know, 5 years. There's no malice for it, just different paths.
Gotcha.
A typical human family.
Yeah.
They were called the Norms. No.
I mean, for what it's worth, though, I held on to the name Thatcher. It was Leo Thatcher, right?
Yes.
As I look through my notes.
You ever thought of maybe so here, like looking into see if there's any other Thatchers around?
I don't know if the name continued. I mean, it was a very quaint civilization, very on the cups of rowing.
Yeah.
There wasn't much there. All I know, I mean, it's been what, 1,000 years? Might be a grand city at this point.
Think the others will want to look into their own past as well?
I'm sure there's curiosity there. Some might have a bit more malice to it than others. I think, yeah, I just looked to Castro a little bit up and down, and I'm like, they probably also want to give their family a wide berth.
He nods. Understandable.
Oddly enough, I think I'm the only one on good terms with extended family.
I don't know, you want to wake the others up?
I looked the sky to see if it's about time to wake them up.
Sure.
Alright. Yeah, I'll get Scales. You can get Kurget and the kid.
Tester pokes again a couple times.
He.
I know
I
he got
imagine it.
You like poke her a few times, she giggles. You keep poking hard, and she still just gets ticklish from it. You slap her across the face. Goddamn barbarians.
Stop, that tickles. He's like,
I just like intentionally tickle her at this point.
She doesn't feel it.
Time to wake up.
slowly rises.
Alright, goes to wake up the kid.
Morning time already?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm hungry.
Well, I still got some of my leftover food or apples, whatever you prefer.
Well, we should probably save the apples because they probably last longer.
Okay.
As he pulls over his bag and just starts eating. Good, and you can have some, but we should probably skip our normal breakfast routine of eating everything.
Yeah. Try to eat it just so you have enough nourishment, not, you know.
Okay. Yum. Not even. No, just yum.
Yeah, the both of you go now. Looking both seriously dissatisfied.
Remind me, Damon, the, like, kind of like, leftovers you just kind of from the fridge and stuff, that was like one ration, you said, right?
Which one?
You know, like, remember how we were kind of raiding our fridge and whatnot, like, just for a little go bag, kind of?
Yeah.
That's like one ration?
Sure, yours is. Kid was not. He grabbed
Yeah.
most of his bag was full of food because he didn't have much to carry. And
Well,
he also,
again, I don't remember. That's why I was asking you.
yeah, the kid probably has the most food and probably has enough rations for everyone for like yesterday's meal, this meal, and probably one more.
Okay. I'll go with Scales, and I'm just going to nudge her, saying, "All right, Scales, get up before Kurgetin eats your sweets."
No! It's probably the quickest you've ever seen Scales woken up. Looks at Crigetin, just stares, and just be like, my sweets. Chucks her bag, makes sure her sweets are still there. If they're still there, she'll hug her sweets.
One of the parts of the sweets where it's very chewy. I was like chewing on it for hours.
You crush half of your sweets by hugging it.
That means
Imagine
I have
there's
more
whipped
sweets.
cream all over her face.
A little bit of like comes out of the top of your bag from like
No sweets.
cream and stuff. Like, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I assume you don't bear hug your sweets.
No, I am not a barbarian.
Okay. Crigetin's like, hey, I take some offense to that.
Yum. Like there's two offenses. Yum.
Meow.
But the morning is yours. You guys have a delicious, pick through breakfast. Some of the breaded items and other things are starting to get a little stale. You guys have kind of prioritized the stuff that would spoil quicker.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
it's getting down to more of the rougher foods, and even then, some of that's starting to get kind of hard and stale. But I'll definitely carry for like dinner time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, while we eat, Kurgen's gang, during the watch last night, we had a pair of eyes on us.
Ooh,
Who? What type of eyes? Tell me.
where? What? Do we gotta go beat something up?
Maybe. We don't know. But
I'm a
it was,
punch.
it was fairly sizable, had glowing yellow eyes. Not much other than that.
Like, was it? Could you tell if it was like bipedal, quadrupedal, no leggable?
I mean,
DM, I doubt I could see any leg or.
It was kind of hard. It was definitely keeping to the shadows of the woods and like a good distance away from the fire. And it was definitely outside of your range of, normal vision where things start getting, kind of harder to see even with your supreme awesome dark vision. But it, you were able to, ascertain the size of the eyes just because of the reflection of the fire and stuff. Whether it was quadrupedal or not, it's hard to say. But if it was quadrupedal and all on all fours, you shudder to think of how big it would be on its hind legs. 'Cause
Okay.
it was 7-ish, 7-8-ish feet, like where you saw the eye line.
I didn't see what kind of how many legs it had, but it was keeping its distance,
I
possibly
mean,
on purpose.
how about Kurgetin? You take Kestrel to where you saw it and see if you could get any tracks.
ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe it was one of the featherless ones.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't blindly attack us, so that does show some intelligence, right?
I mean, yeah.
Auntie? As he looks towards you.
You just see Auntie nursing the cigarette she has, like, huh? Oh, yeah, sure.
It's like intelligence and it looks to Auntie.
I mean, right? You know a lot about animals, right?
Yeah, you can like
Just odd.
speak to them.
Auntie just looking out, and then I look at my character sheet where I'm not trained in nature, and I'm just like, no, they're just really loud and talk a lot, honestly.
Oh, well, I saw in a few documentaries that, most animals, they tend to stay away from certain things that, like humans and stuff produce, but, it got that close, but also didn't continue on, so I guess it would be kind of intelligent.
Be there.
It
And I look
could.
to the kid's sheet, and he has training in nature.
I think we should investigate. At the very least, to see if there's tracks.
With its size, definitely could have probably left tracks. Definitely worth looking into.
See if there's any broken bush as well.
And fur tufts.
So then I do got a question.
Or
then.
scales tough.
Scale tufts.
Let's not assume.
I know. Can't assume.
So then I had a question then, guys. Are we all gonna go, or is it just gonna be me and Cricket here?
I will more than happily go.
Maybe investigate, but don't track and follow.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
track and follow after investigating and letting us know.
For now, how about you two go check it out? If it's near Kurgan, it can, protect you. But if you find tracks, just come back and we can gather up our stuff and start looking.
Okay, does that sound good to you, Cricket?
It does.
Guess we'll get this bow and everything. Let's get going.
Hey, Damon, do you want to look for some more apples so we can take it on the road?
Auntie, will you be okay by yourself?
You see Auntie starting to light another cigarette? Yeah, I'm fine, don't worry.
Okay, we're just gonna do a quick loop. Hey Kestrel, whereabouts did you see that tree the other day?
I will describe to him where I saw the tree.
Okay, we'll go to that. You guys go do that, and the kids start
And,
heading in that direction.
Be
Yeah.
careful though, because there was also other wildlife in that area. So.
Okay. Well, don't worry. I'll keep her safe. And he
Yeah, and I'll keep him
raises his
safe.
Fists and clenches it. He's like, I'll punch it real good.
And I will Sappy Sap, and she'll do precipitation, minor illusions, whatever, to make little fire sparks come out of her fingers.
Yeah. Little. I mean, either way is fine.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation's fine.
Yeah.
And I got a hammer.
Okay. So, we'll take care of the apples because that is probably going to take the least amount of time because you guys have the
Knowledge.
pretty general knowledge of where it is and stuff like that. It's not a huge sizable distance.
Mhm.
And considering that you guys are the kiddies of the group, you guys are probably going to be energetically going over there.
Yes.
So you guys you guys go the general direction, and it takes a few minutes, but you guys find the tree he was talking about, and he kind of uses the bottom part of his toga to make a bit of a basket.
Mhm.
And you guys gather some apples.
Yeah.
We should probably save the rest on the tree just in case we do stay here for a few
Yeah.
days.
Not
And we can
take
grab 'em.
all, just take a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys gather up. We'll say a good 10 or so apples.
Yeah. I'll note it down in the thingy for me.
Yeah, we'll put them in your bag since mine already has food in it.
Yeah.
The other group.
Yes.
Okay. You guys head over to the outside part of camp. To where Crigetin said she saw it. I need you to give me a... We'll do a perception check just to see if you can spot the tracks or signs of it.
All right. Hey, Cricket, do you think you can kind of assist me with spotting it?
I actually can, because I am trained.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, how many... Wait, real quick, just show of hands. How many people are trained in perception?
I am.
Raise his hand.
I don't think I am. I am not.
Look at -1.
Yes, I have a -1.
I am not trained in it.
Still, though, this is a pretty perceptive group.
Cool.
Not necessarily a bad thing in D&D. Though it does have me worried on what other skills aren't covered.
I do have 3 though. I have a 3, so I'm not horrible at it. Just not trained.
I know, I have a -1.
You're also a bard, so it also doesn't count because you're kind of half trained at everything, Anyways,
You're just naturally
Accurate.
gifted.
okay, so go ahead and roll them bones.
I already did.
Oh yeah, you already did. Okay, yeah. With Crigetin pointing out where she saw it, Kestrel, yes, you do indeed find some tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Just by a rough glance, not humanoid.
Am I able to take an educated guess based on the tracks?
Sure, give me a nature check.
Shall I do?
Not trained in that.
I am though.
Looking at it, this track definitely it almost resembles a paw print.
Okay.
What type of paw you're not able to ascertain, but it does definitely screams out to you yeah, this looks like a paw print.
And
Um,
sorry, go ahead.
what is most shocking is its size. Even for a man, size foot, or even say a bear, this is pretty sizable.
Yeah, I
And
think it is. If
and
so,
it-
how fucking.
and it seems to leave a pretty deep depression in the ground as well. I'll add that as part of your perception.
And I guess the follow-up question, because based on my examination of the tracks as well as just what I guess about its nature. So was it bipedal or like quadrupedal?
You kind of see the two final tracks where it kind of stopped at the edge of the camp, and it does seem to be bipedal.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll share my findings again.
But there is a point a few feet away where it does seem to be on all fours.
Yeah, so it looks like whatever this thing is, like
It could,
be,
yeah, it looks like it can. It seems comfortable doing both.
yeah, it could
Um,
be either bipedal or quadrupedal. Like,
and
whatever
the
the
tracks where it appears to,
Quadruped.
and on the tracks that it appears to be kind of on all fours, the second set of paws seem rather different than the hind ones.
How so?
They seem longer.
Like claw-like?
Not necessarily claws, but like the actual paw print itself seems to just have more length to it.
Okay.
The other thing is like it seems, even for a lot of it, it doesn't seem to be like a full flat paw. It seems like a creature that probably, like sits on the ball of their feet or their paws.
Okay.
Like it's definitely moving with, like some agility and keeping on its toes to be kind of springy.
Hmm.
I'll give you that with your perception,
All right.
combined with the nature.
Okay, interesting.
Hmm.
And that's just investigating the immediate like vicinity. If you want to track
Yeah.
it beyond that, that's gonna be a different role.
Yeah. So, again, my main concern is because it seems like a big kind of thing, right? Well, I think you and I can handle ourselves. I'm kind of worried if this might be like a bit much just for the two of us. If we want to pursue it, that is.
And around that time, you guys see the two kids like walking back towards the camp, carrying apples.
We found
They're
so
like,
much.
They're like maybe like 200 feet away.
Mm.
Hmm.
You guys find anything?
Yeah, we did.
Ooh, let's go look.
Yeah.
Kid comes over like halfway through the run. He like drops an apple, stops, picks it back up.
Yeah, Kurgan saying the Kestrel, I hope the civilization is not full of whatever this is. Points to the large depression in the tracks.
What have Auntie heard them say they found something?
Well, they're right by you, so yeah.
Oh hell no. I mean, even actually no. I mean, you probably would have heard yelling, Auntie. You probably couldn't tell what it was.
Oh, I thought they said they got to the camp and then.
No. They were like from where the tree was. They would have kind of been like a few hundred feet on their way back.
Ah, okay, my bad.
If I hear enough yelling, I'm probably gonna think.
Yeah, it doesn't seem panic yelling, but it seems like they're
It
communicating.
doesn't sound like hostile yelling or anything, right?
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
just sounds
just
like. Huh?
Yo, what up? Kind of like that, kind of yelling.
Yeah, so Auntie's gonna start brushing herself off and heading to where they might be. Just casual.
Hey.
So, what you guys find?
We got apples. What'd you find though?
I found some tracks and I'll just kind of go over it with everybody.
Ooh. You start going over it. You're like, okay, well, see, it seemed like this, and then it's pretty sizable, and then after like a minute or two, Auntie shows up.
What do you think it
Auntie.
is though?
I heard her yelling. You guys alright?
Yeah, we're alright. I found some tracks and I'll re-go over it. So yeah, essentially this is a very big creature. Seems to be able to go on 4 legs and 2 legs at the same time.
I've never seen anything like that.
It definitely seems to be like very like sizable, like because based on the impressions of the tracks, it's a heavy creature.
Are there any birds or animals around?
In the immediate vicinity, go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay. Oh, there we go. A little fidgety on touchpad. Not
No.
one.
Maybe the yelling and the commotion probably shoot everything away.
Yep, fair enough. Well, I was gonna suggest maybe asking a couple of the wildlife, but as I just look around, yeah, I think we scared them off.
Well, even then, based on what I heard about you guys with birds, they may not have been able to offer too much help either way.
Yeah, but it could tell us like what it might hunt.
I mean, would they? We might go,
guess they-
where's the big scary thing? And I mean, they might point towards us.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Or, you know, it could also, you know, this, I don't think this is a bear, but if there's a bear in the area, they get confused by which one we're talking about.
Yeah. But anyway, that's besides the point. The question is, do we want to look into this further?
I
And
mean,
also, one thing I'm kind of concerned about is its kind of arms, like for lack of a better word, seem to have some length, so I kind of worry it may have reach.
well, that. Why would we need to go after it? We had our campfire before. Krogetten saw it. It didn't immediately kill us and run away.
Yeah, I'm worried about it coming back though.
But
Might
it
wanna
knows that we're
trap
him.
it.
What if it doesn't come back? Because it's supposed to be a smart animal.
Ooh, how about we do both? How about we stay here, but we also at least see what direction it went? You know, so maybe we
Fair
could,
enough.
you know,
Track it further, but don't engage.
well, maybe, you know, like spend like an hour or so, like don't travel too much further, and, you know,
hmm
we head back just in case people do show up here.
That sounds
Fair
good.
enough. Yeah.
How's
Yeah.
that sound, fearless leader?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Auntie wasn't even waiting for a response. She's heading to the camp to grab any gear we might need.
Sure.
Just come on.
You're on person.
You grab your bag of beanies.
Yep.
Okay, you grab your bag of beanies.
Just give me 1 moment and sketch. Not sketch. I don't know why I said sketch. I'm going to, I suppose, sketch the little drawing of the ports.
Okay,
And
give me a
stuff.
performance check.
Yeah. Sketch. And performance.
Out of curiosity, was Sketch like eyes like kind of like looking around like someone was behind her?
No, she's passed the fuck out.
Okay.
Aunties and Kurgatin are kind of getting impatient, and you can tell. So you kind of speed sketch it real quick. It's
Yeah.
rough. It's not too detailed. It's not the best.
No. It's a rush
I would
job.
like- Whenever I come back from my stuff, will I see her drawn?
Sure.
I mean, yeah.
Auntie's just gonna kind of look over his shoulder and be like, would you like a few tips?
Oh, yeah. That'd be handy. What do you think? This was kind of rushed. Everyone seemed impatient.
Well, when we're tracking animals, it might be good to focus more on the form. And I started sketching next to hers with a different color pencil, making the form a little bit more sound. And then, like, also the claw marks are going to be important here. And as long as you focus on those, we should be fine.
Okay.
You know, you could always just cheat too.
How?
Well, you know, you could magic stuff, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you just magic the image on the paper and then trace it?
You are a genius. She does it again, but does
Kind
it
of
better.
shrugs his shoulders. She's like, "Oh, it just seemed like the most opportune way to do it."
I mean, that's a very good way to learn.
Scales would do that, and she would do the drawing. With the magic way.
Okay, so another like 5 or so minutes goes by as everyone just watches them start sketching all of this.
Look,
While
we're helping my
they're,
daughter
doing
learn
that,
how to draw. This is important.
After the first 5 minutes, you guys just hear a thud, 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 Crigetten's just like bashing her head against a tree, like I want to go beat something up with my ball. No,
Again,
You called me your daughter? Oh, no one's ever called me that before. Hug.
Auntie just kind of surprised.
You know, they typically refer to me as the sacrifice. You know, being called a daughter's nice. Just saying.
well, didn't your daddy call you daughter?
No?
'Cause I thought that was like a part of the prophecy and stuff.
Yeah, the prophecy in regards to sacrifice. You know.
Auntie
yeah.
just looking at this child like, what is wrong with you? You weren't love enough, and realizing that and just embracing the hugs like, oh, you damaged child, let me love you.
Yeah.
I mean, she was technically loved, just for all the wrong reasons. Anyways, yeah. So while they're drawing that, anyone doing anything?
yeah, again, you want to kind of do a quick scout ahead while they're doing all this?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll join you.
All right. One of you guys help me track the tracks? Maybe another one. Keep an eye out just for anything kind of surprises us.
I'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
I'm not very good at tracking stuff
All right.
because I've never done it.
So again, you're assisting me, correct?
Does she have survival?
Does she?
Do 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 do. Moose, did you hear us?
Who?
Moose,
Moose.
Mo?
Yeah?
do you have survival?
Am I trained in it? Yes.
Oh, okay. No. Sweet. Never mind. Yeah. Go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, because I was asking you for assistance in the tracks, Moose.
Yeah, you're good.
Nice.
That's 20. Nice.
Okay. A creature this large is, you're like, oh, this should be easy to track, and you just, you start, going from where the tracks you first found, and you start, okay, yeah, they go off in this direction. You can continue on, and then Crigetten and Kestrel, they stop. About 100 feet away from the initial, maybe a little bit longer, like 200 feet away from the initial place that you guys low.
Like completely?
Immediately, they stop.
Mm-hmm.
But Kestrel, you kind of get down and you look at the imprints in the ground. And you notice that they're definitely deeper than the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a lot of force behind this. And you think about it, and you start looking up and around, and then
Yeah,
you
that's a very nice
notice
question.
the trees surrounding. One of the trees has deep claw marks in it, and another tree about like 10 feet away, there's some more claw marks higher up. It gets to the point where you can't see because it's up into the tree line, but
Mm-hmm.
you do gather that whatever this creature was took to the tree line.
So, looks like this thing can climb in the trees and almost kind of like very fast fly as well.
Yeah, it seems like it kind of just grabbed on and kicked off from one tree to the next, to the next, to the next. Very predator-like.
Do we see any damage? Like really big claw marks on the trees or anything?
Yeah. That's how you guys were able to tell.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, Grian's like, maybe we could try and follow these tree markings.
We
I'm gonna
could,
be honest,
but
something.
you're not there.
Yeah,
Oh,
you guys are
I thought
drawing.
we were in the group.
Nope.
All right,
They went on ahead while you guys were sketching.
fair enough.
Art takes time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, but Kessler will go like, I am kind of cautious about pursuing something that literally has the high ground against us.
Well, I mean, I could always do it.
Like, can you actually move like that, you think?
Maybe not as fast as it. Maybe. I don't know. I've never done it, but, there's a lot of stuff I might be able to do. I keep messing with the stuff I can do.
How about because like it seems like it might be a group thing. How about we regroup with everyone else before we decide?
Sure.
Sound good again?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, we go back.
I imagine Auntie and Scales are still sitting there sketching, but we've moved on to different things to sketch.
Yeah.
You guys are diving into the kid's ability or idea of like, let's just use prestidigitation and minor illusion to like just sketch stuff. Like this is actually a very useful tool.
You better use minor illusion to flip the canvas. I swear.
You know, like it's, you know, it may be a tool for like quick sketches and stuff like that. You know, doesn't really express artistic stuff, but when trying to do like factual drawings, you know, it's a pretty interesting concept. So
We're coming off more academic than
yeah, you know.
artistic, but still, that's good.
Disagree.
Oh, did you guys find something?
Yeah, we followed a trail for about 100 or so feet, and then it seems to have taken off into the trees.
Tree. Bear, not bear.
Yeah, definitely not a
I
bear.
mean, bears can climb.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if they can. climb
Not
that
like that
fast.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, why don't you guys just come look? Like it's actually pretty crazy looking.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
And you guys walk like 200 feet away from the initial area, and he points out the stuff.
Mm. Mm. That I have no idea what that could be. At least I don't think I would have any idea because I don't have nature. I kind of is another thing, but
I mean, you could see if there's any magical something that might ring a bell.
if I can do that, then I will.
Sure.
15.
Magic is weird. It can make you do a lot of things.
Yeah, on the
But-
magical. Go ahead.
But for something that seems to just exist, this isn't ringing any direct bells. Can you think of a lot of creatures that can climb very well? Sure. Can you think of basically? You have some ideas of potentials, but it's a pretty long list.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
if this was a magically imbued thing, like a magical ability, then pretty anything can do that. But I don't know in regards to like naturally do that.
I would bet gold it's a drop bear.
a what?
A drop bear. When you know the more underdarky areas, well, in the Feywild they have something similar to that. Everyone speaks funny, and they have these giant spiders and these drop bears that fall out of trees.
Huh. That
I'm
just
describing. I'm just. Oh, go ahead.
that just sounds like a bit of a shit bear.
Yeah, everyone says oi mate there too.
I really kind of want to revert that because I don't want that to become canon for the. I know what he's referring.
You're giving him this Feywild's pass, aren't you?
This is just another one of Auntie's just high hallucinations that she thinks is real but
Yeah.
actually isn't.
Just for the players who don't get the reference, it's basically an internet hoax thing of like Australian like origin drop bears, and you're trying to turn my Feywild Underdark into Australia. I don't know how I feel about this.
Look, drop bears are an official cryptid, which makes them part of fairy tale canon.
Official cryptid.
Doesn't work that way at all. We're just gonna chalk that up to one of Auntie's hallucinations.
Funny thing is, we as characters have nothing to confirm or deny this with.
Yeah, but again, everything Auntie says, it's like,
You don't know what. You'd never know what Auntie says is true or false. That's the license.
Problem is she believes it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yo, everything I say, I believe 100% is Auntie's truth. It
Yeah.
is not her lying. It's just you can't tell if her truth is accurate.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
guys were like, well, I don't think that's what we're dealing with here.
Hmm.
I don't know. They're clever little buggers.
Hmm.
So, are we gonna just continue to try to follow it?
Oh, that reminds me. Kid, did you tell them how you could possibly follow it?
I could follow it.
You can follow it.
Like in the
Yeah.
trees, he said. Yeah.
You can follow it?
I feel like there's a weird echo happening. Yes, I can follow it.
He can follow it.
Hmm.
The question is if we should continue to do so.
Well, you thought it was like dangerous to follow it.
I mean, we can at
I.
least see where it goes.
Hmm. Hmm. I mean, we don't have anything else planned for the day, do we?
No,
Not
Maybe
really.
Yeah, not really.
Sitting and waiting.
Yep.
Following it is then.
Yeah.
All right, well, just be ready then.
Let's be cautious with this.
Considering that this thing could literally be above us, let's try to divide our attention like half keeping an eye on the tree line, the other half keep an eye on
I
the
mean,
ground.
so if it appeared on Kurgetin's watch, this thing might be nocturnal.
That's also true.
So
That's
now
not-
would be actually a good time to
Yeah.
see where it might be going.
Because it would
Yeah.
be sleeping. That's actually
Yeah.
perfect timing. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready?
Alright.
Okay. Okay. And the kid goes down and starts undoing his sandals and takes them off. And he puts them like in, like his bag. And he kind of walks up to the tree and he kind of like just holds out his hands for a moment. And you watch them transform over a second as these large claws form on his hands and on his feet. And he just starts climbing the tree.
Real quick question, just my own curiosity's sake. When he does transform, do those claws look like the claw marks that I saw?
No. His
Different?
are
Okay.
his are humanoid hands.
Mhm.
There is kind of like the skin around his fingers and stuff definitely get thicker. Almost to like what you guys saw previous when he made like the hard scales appear. And the claws, they're just very thick, heavy claws. Not super rounded, kind of more in the long category. Kind of there is a bend to it, but not like eagle claw. It's more like just long claw.
Okay.
And he begins just digging him into the tree and starts climbing up with about as much speed as someone walking could do. But he
Alright.
begins ascending, and he starts with the tree that you can, just see the claw mark, and then he starts climbs up to there. He's like, "Oh, that one," and he kind of uses the claws on his feet to kind of really grip the bottom of the tree, and he kind of starts going from one tree to the other, and he's like, "Oh, found one over here," and he just starts continuing, sort of in the general direction that the tracks were originally going. But you can see him starting to make his way through the trees.
Okay, we follow.
I'm gonna roll a perception for him just to see if he can continue to find the claw marks. And he can't do the other thing because he's doing this. Oh, hang on a second. I gotta hang on a second.
Christian, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My laptop's just gone dark. Hang on a second.
Okay. We'll
Okay.
hold right there.
Let me check. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
I just missed the
Cool.
last 10 seconds.
Okay. Kid climbs the tree and he begins trying to track the stuff.
Okay, cool.
There are a few points where he definitely has to stop and he begins investigating the next tree and he's like, no, not that one. And, he slows down a little bit.
Mhm.
But It's not the most difficult thing to track gigantic gashes in trees, especially since you guys know what you're looking for, and you guys got a general direction.
Mhm.
But he continues on for how long do you guys want to go down this path?
Fearless leader.
Kurgan looks at the others. I mean,
Yeah, the kid stops after 10 minutes, like, well, how
Are we-
long are we doing this?
Until
are
he
we
can
gonna
see
camp right
stuff.
here, or are we gonna go back and camp in our original spot?
Well,
Keep in
probably-
mind, it's still early morning.
I would say at the very least till he can spot something, or it gets dark first, one of the two.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna-
preferably I would like to be back at our camp where there's a clearing before it starts getting dark.
So this is just a curiosity in me, but I would love to see what made these tracks.
I would say
But at the
maybe.
same- Go ahead.
I was just gonna say maybe late afternoon, early evening.
Give us enough time to hike back before sunsets at our camp.
That works. Moving out.
Okay, from the tops of the trees. And he goes for like an hour or so ish. He's like, okay, I need a little bit of a rest.
Okay.
Totally.
Oh,
All right, come on down.
Oh, I'm not coming down. I as he shows his hands, they're no longer clawy. Just give me like a minute or two, and I'll reform them.
Okay. Do you want an apple?
Can you throw one from there?
I can
He's like a
try.
good 70 feet up in the air at this point.
I can.
Also, I thought he had the apples.
No, I had the apples.
He gathered them, but they put them in her bag.
Ah, okay.
I could try and chuck you an apple.
Maybe have Kurgetin do it. No offense.
It's fair. Kurgatin, chuck him an apple. I recommend that one, and she points to a nice juicy red apple.
No, crab
Okay.
apples aren't red.
I don't know what color. Whatever one is the brightest, juiciest
They're
one.
like, you're normally like a greenish yellow.
Okay, that one, the green one.
Yeah.
You're throwing him a red crab apple. There's something seriously wrong with it.
Magic crab apple.
Hey, this one's red. This is good, right? Oh God!
Kid's like, ooh, thanks. A
Problem.
moment later, you just hear a thump as he falls out of the tree, foaming at the mouth.
I told you there were drop bears. Oh, hi, kid.
So,
Red means dead.
so just give me a strength check.
Sure.
To make sure that you don't accidentally peg him in the back of the head or, just obliterate
I'm
him.
kind of hoping for like a
Catch.
fastball.
Catch.
You throw it and you judge it perfectly. It goes right in front of him, and the momentum begins to stop right once it reaches his head level, and he just kind of puts out his hands and it just drops in his hand. He doesn't even have to reach for it or anything. It is the perfect throw.
Nice.
He's like, wow, that was really good.
Is that kind of throw when the arc is just perfectly, so it just floats for a second?
Yeah, it literally floats right in front of him, and before it loses the momentum, and just plops in his hands.
Have fun here. Kurgan waits.
I'm just happy you guys are using these nat 20s on stuff like this.
Very important.
As a
Yeah.
DM, I am thrilled.
I'm sure.
Quickly, let's find more ridiculous stuff to wait for.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got to start playing the odds to start getting rid of the ones coming at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but after a minute, he's Apple. He's like, okay, I could do this for another hour.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay.
But he continues up the path again. Okay. Yeah, he continues along. There is a slight variation because I will say from where you guys initially went, it was kind of going, southeast. At this point, it's starting to go south for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then it starts cutting southwest. Oh, sorry, reverse that. You guys were heading southwest. Now it's going southeast. My left and rights were messed up for a second there. Yeah. So basically, for a lack of a better word, let me pull up the maps you guys are on. Using that yellow line as, the bottom of your guys' campsite, say that would be where it started off at. You guys were kind of heading this direction. It goes like this a little bit, and then starts cutting this way. Got that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
We end
yeah.
up in the
Trying to tie
ocean.
in this way is probably the edge of its territory.
But that continues on for a good about 40 minutes before you guys notice that the kid starts coming down on the trees. Before, he gets to one and he's like, oh, there. And you guys look over to the left and there's a claw mark like 10, 15 feet up in one tree. And he continues through and looks over, and yeah, the tracking is no longer in the trees.
All right.
So it's now
Okay.
back on ground.
I'm gonna need another survival check or perception check to see if you guys can ascertain where it left from.
Help me out
Just
with
because
that,
it is a
Kevin.
change of terrain and situation.
You know,
Okay.
with perception or survival.
Well, for this, since it is ground tracking and stuff, it would be survival. Because
Alright.
originally it was just spotting the next kind of claw marks in the tree. It wasn't really tracking, over rough terrain and all the weirdness.
All right, I'll help with the survival check then.
Okay.
Ah, snake
13.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this creature does not seem to be hopefully hiding. You ascertain just from its size, probably not the easiest thing to hide its whereabouts, and doesn't seem to be, covering its tracks. But yeah, you guys do see the tracks, and they continuing to go kind of southwest to the point where it's almost like you guys just overall, like, especially you, Kestrel, with your, tracking abilities, you kind of roughly guess that it kind of just made like a very weird, kind of like just side direction path, but it almost feels like you guys are just about ish, maybe not exactly, but just directly south from where you guys were
Okay.
originally. But the tracks start continuing just kind of directly south from there.
What time of day is it now?
At this point, it's been like a couple hours, so it's probably, it's kind of hard to tell in the woods, but you're guesstimating it's getting around afternoonish or noonish.
Noonish. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys did wake up relatively early.
That's true.
But whether like that's 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. or like 1 p.m. It's kind of hard to tell in the woods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Around 12.
Yeah.
And how far away can we guesstimate we are from our original camp?
I mean, 2 hours of walking, like a pretty sizable distance now. Like, you
So
guys
2
are
hours
getting,
travel distance then.
yes.
Okay.
Which let me go pull up the handy dandy chart thingy. Because I've only ever memorized the fucking standard 30-foot one, and if memory serves, not everyone in the party can move 30.
I think we all can.
Gregadon?
I'm not gonna be. I'm not surprised. I'm just under. Yeah, I'm just under.
Yeah. So yeah, let me just pull up this stuff because I don't want to do math right now.
25, right?
Yeah, 25.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys are about 2 miles ish, roughly. It's kind of hard to tell because you guys did take like a really weird wide arc around. But you guys are about 2 miles ish south of camp. You'd have to guess.
Okay, and my approximation would be about a 2-hour journey just to get straight back.
Straight back, yeah, it would be about 2 hours. You guys have
Okay.
traveled maybe close to, like maybe 2 3/4 of a
Yeah.
mile.
So, all right. So like then, Kestrel kind of bring up to the group. So it seems like we're kind of getting close, my guess, to this thing. Also, though, based on my guess in our travel distance and whatnot, it'd be about 2 hours for us to get directly to camp. I do have to caution that since this is a creature that may hunt during the night, you may not want to give it too much time tracking this. Otherwise, we're kind of playing into its hands rather than vice versa.
So
Right.
maybe like another hour or something.
I think another hour would probably be the limit.
How about that, fearless leader?
You're saying we only have like 1 more hour of daylight here?
No. Not that we have one more hour of daylight. It's that when we do another hour of traveling, we also got to get back, to camp. Otherwise, we're in its territory at night. We're risking that. You know what I mean?
So 1 more hour of safe tracking before we have to flee.
Essentially, yes.
Okay, 1 more hour.
Yeah. Justice League, ascend.
Justice League stays on the ground.
Justice.
But
Yes.
we're on ground level.
Well, I meant like ascend that way.
Sure.
You guys like Justice League. Justice
Justice
League.
League. Justice
Okay,
League.
you guys are
Justice
getting
League.
it on it. Justice League.
Yes.
Yeah,
I told you we'd catch on.
It's a pretty good chant. You can't deny it. Like
Yeah.
Justice League.
League. Justice League.
Justice League.
So the two adults have to listen to that for like the next 30 or 40 minutes. No. Okay.
Hey, no.
So you guys continue tracking it. Is anyone keeping an eye out for stuff?
Tracking, but Kestrel did tell people to keep an eye out.
Well, who's doing it?
I'll keep an eye out for stuff.
Okay, sure. Just go ahead and give a perception check.
Yeah.
Auntie is just being lazy and just staring off.
2. Yay!
Wonderful.
This skills is perfect. It's fine.
Also, being fair, the kid did say he'd keep an eye out as well.
Yeah, I know. I was already pulling up the stuff. Okay. You guys get like another 40 or so minutes before the kid goes, "Oh my god, I see something!" And he points over.
Looks.
Looks towards it.
About 100 or two, well, about 300 feet. You guys see what appears to be a building.
Building. Oh.
Question: in regards to the building, does it look like ruins, old, or does it look like?
You guys can just kind of see the shape of it right
Oh,
now.
okay. Can't tell details.
It's not that large. I will say that much.
Okay.
Distance-wise, you said about 100 feet or so?
Like, I would say 200-300 feet.
200-300 feet? Okay.
And it is the direction of the tracks.
Well,
Alright,
they've
so that shouldn't take us too
civilized.
long, yeah. Let's proceed cautiously.
Oh, Alan, I have a question. It's a small question, so you know.
Okay.
I have the ability to make myself not look like myself. Given Ulbrich's, say, initial reaction, should I look more like Auntie, for example?
Either that or we bandage you up. You did grab those bandages.
I know, but I don't really want to be
We
wrapped
also
up in
got
bandages.
ponchos too.
I know, but I'd rather... Oh, I want to give something a go.
Sure.
Okay. And skills will use disguise self to be what is essentially a...
Human scales.
Not just a human scales, but I'm all about looking at Auntie's hair, eyes, like a child of Auntie almost.
Sure. The taller, completely different body shape. Auntie.
Yes. Yes.
You look like Auntie's maybe like, I guess this would technically work. You know, I just completely forgot the term, what it's called. Not niece.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that works.
Um, if it is a person, probably not call me Scales. Like, I don't know, Lucy or something should be fine. That's like a human name, right?
Sure.
No, I think Scales works.
But I don't have
I
Scales
mean-
anymore.
I mean, let's be honest. We all have the same last name, but we all have very weird first names. So would that really
Scalpel.
be different?
I suppose so,
Scalpel.
yeah.
We'll just say that you really like scales.
I
Or
do.
worse.
It's a nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a scale
Yeah.
collection. Yeah.
But what if they asked to see it? I guess you could
Well,
magic up a
safe at
scale.
home.
I got an
Okay.
idea. I got an idea.
So what do we do, boss? As Kid just looks towards you, Cricket.
Okay, got a building. I mean,
Yeah, I will say rough dimensions of it. It seems about like maybe 10 feet tall. Seems cuboidal.
Does it give off of a demeanor of a wood cabin / cottage versus fort, for example?
Definitely not fort.
Yeah.
Definitely not fort. This is probably like 10 feet tall, maybe 20 feet at its widest. Pretty small.
Possible wood cabin.
This whole time they're discussing this, Auntie is just looking at scales going, there's something missing. Hold on.
I
And-
know what's happening. I know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, I know too.
And she just pulls out a bright beanie and just kind of, here you go.
Scales is just like a little bit shocked what's on her head. Like, perfect.
you are
You
complete.
human now.
Yeah.
Human.
Who, man?
Ooh, what should I do? Should I just shut my eyes? There we go. Now I look perfectly normal. As a kid just standing there with his eyes closed. I see a flaw in that plan. Well, I don't see that because, but yeah, never mind. I'm just.
Here's an idea actually. Wait, is the kid like down with us? Like, level
Yeah, he's
wise?
on the ground level.
We're getting it's starting to get nighttime, so do you mind if we kind of borrow your
Not
shade
even
for a
close.
sec? That's not.
I will say you're not in direct sunlight. You guys are in the wooded area. Like there's plenty of shade.
Yeah. Plus, they already kind of know you're a Durgar, just cause.
I got it. Kid, pick a color for your eyeballs that you like.
Question. Is this going to be a conflict of concentration?
Actually, I don't know. That could be. Let me take a look. This does not require concentration, so no.
Okay. Then.
Ooh.
It just lasts. The disguise stuff, I will say, lasts 1 hour.
And kid just kind of pauses for a moment and then looks around the group. He's like, you know what? No, I think I'll be fine.
You sure?
Well,
Because if we're going to be heroes and going around, people need to learn to accept us.
That's fair.
I mean,
that is
it's a
fair.
little different with you because, I've heard about the history of your people. But, I mean, someone will look at me and they'll just be like, wow, that kid has some really weird eyes.
That's fair. That could be like your theme, like that bit of identifying that's like you.
Really? That's my most identifying feature?
I
Kid,
mean,
just looked at himself.
no, but I don't
I was
know.
gonna say with the white hair.
Anyway, Cricket, what are we doing?
Yeah, boss.
well, our hour's not up, so we could probably check out that building.
How about Scales and I can go and knock?
We can like pretend that we're lost in the woods and something.
Sorry, I just. Alright,
Kestrel just chuckles to himself.
Well,
What's up, Kestrel?
Oh, no, nothing. It just kind of reminded me of one of those children's stories of two kids getting lost in the forest, knocking on a cabin door. Yeah,
Oh,
that
hope
turns
Are
out-
you saying me and Scarrow should do it?
Not saying that
No.
either, but I'm just saying. Never mind. Just. Cricket, what are we doing?
Maybe there'll be a witch who'll bake us into a pie. I bet you I'd make a good pie.
It would be too sweet for me.
Aww.
Aww.
Okay, let's try be a little bit quiet going up to the house. This whatever it was that night didn't attack us. So let's not attack. Let's see what happens. Okay?
Okay.
So approach
I still like-
cautiously.
Maybe those without the
Well,
weapon should knock on the
Scales
door.
and I could easily say I was taking my niece.
Hmm.
I could easily say like I was taking my niece out for camping and we got lost.
Yeah.
So
We
what
went
about
up.
all of us?
You stay in the woods hidden and be our backup just in case it does try to eat us.
Or you were our camping party.
Yeah.
Showing us the woods and you're bad at your job.
Or we could just say we were lost and we're looking for directions.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
We're travelers
That's
from
true.
the
I'll
far
just say
distance
me and my
land.
group got lost.
And we'll just stand like 20 feet away and just wave at them. So that way they
And that
don't
way we
feel
give
like-
them a little bit of a cushion to be like, oh, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that way it doesn't feel like we're all like being oppressive at their door. I like it.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
that.
Sound good, Cricket?
Does.
Alright, let's get going then.
Okay.
Alright.
So one group you guys get a little bit closer, and one group kind of stops. How far does the group that's staying behind want to be?
30 feet maybe?
Okay, 30 feet. So you guys stop, and you guys do notice that the tracks continue all the way to the to the shack. And as you guys get close, yeah, it's just a very standard looking wooden shack. Not full blown cabin. It seems very basic. Seems rather old too. You do notice that outside around the side, it appears to be like different equipment and stuff like that for hunting, game catch, things like that. You also notice that seems to be a lot of disturbance in this area over a long period of time. Movement happened through this area.
Lived in?
Kind of, yeah. There are a few things that are sitting outside that have like light cobwebs over it, but other things, like you see some equipment that seems rather fresh. But yeah. As you approach, that does have a window on the front side and a door. The door or the window, it does not have any glass. It is just a window with wood on not the outside but the inside of where the cutout for the window is. And you see a door.
Scales. I'm going to knock. Could you take a quick peek in that window, though?
I can take a quick look.
And as you guys approach the thing, the tracks lead right up to the door.
I'll take a quick look through the window. It's like, hey, don't forget to call me Lucy.
Lucy, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're my mama.
Auntie, mama, all works.
So you guys walk up.
Yeah.
Scales literally walks like 3 feet to the left to go to the window.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there's wood over it.
I see wood.
You can't peer in whatsoever?
No. Someone's
do.
really boarded up these windows.
No, there's no. Oh, okay. Alright then. If you can't see in, I'm just going to give the door a knock.
I'll quickly rush over. Like,
You take like 2 side steps.
yeah.
The window is like literally like a couple feet away from the door, guys. Like it's not like a very big place. Like
I
it's
feel like Scales is
great.
running backwards and forwards because she's just got so much energy.
Yeah. The only reason I want Scales to do it is just like, you know what, a kid looking through a window, someone can understand that. An adult looking through your window is a little creepy.
I'm sort of surprised that you described a wood window and you're like, hey, Scales, look through that. It's like, Okay.
I just roll
You
with
see
it at
wood.
this point, man.
I was imagining like it was a wood frame, but there are still slits in there.
No, it's a wood frame, but right where there would be the opening on the inside, you see like some boards just
Oh, okay. Yeah,
opposite side.
Yeah.
I didn't see that at all.
Okay. You knock on the door. There's
And God,
nothing for 1 minute, 10 minutes. Nothing. No response.
I'll knock again. Hello? Anybody home?
You knock again.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing.
Squirrels are just like gingerly like move. I don't know if there's like a doorknob or something. Just see if it's
Yes.
unlocked. Is it unlocked?
You adjust the door handle, and it doesn't seem to have any resistance.
Uh,
You even hear like it go clink, like it opens.
Squirrels will just like gingerly push open the door and be like,
It opens
hello.
outward.
Oh, outwardly? She'll open it then. Just be like, hello. I hope you don't mind.
No response.
I'm going to look back where the rest of the group is and kind of wave them over.
You see them waving at you guys.
Do you guys want to approach then?
Yeah.
Do you guys not want to approach? This is like the first civilization we've seen.
It doesn't mean it's always going to be a good civilization, kid.
I didn't say it was going to be good, but I'm just curious.
I mean, I shouted out for the door. No one responded. Maybe
I
they're
mean-
taking a nap.
We did say they may be nocturnal, remember?
Yeah.
Why don't you just peek your head inside first?
Yeah.
Skills will do that. You play. Look.
Okay. You peek inside.
Mhm.
It is a very, very simple shack.
Would it be like a hunter shack?
On the immediate wall that you see that's, like looking in from the door as it swings open, you see a wall with racks on it. And you see on the racks some hide.
Animal
there
hide?
is- yes. On another rack, there seems to be some furs kind of laid out. You kind of peek around the corner. You see a very small, like very simple bed in the far corner. You also see like a little area in the center that seems to be set up for like a fire. There's on the back wall, there seems to be some more tools and stuff like that. You see a few axes, you see some knives on a table, and you do see, like as you poke your head on where the window is, you do see kind of like a setup with like a giant barrel and some like buckets, some wood buckets on the side and stuff like that. Initial smells, you do kind of get the very faint bit of rotted flesh and kind of pungentness. There's kind of like a mildew in here. It's not hopefully dirty, but it's also not like very well kept. You see like bits of dirt and grass and other, like mess along the ground.
A hunter shack.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word, yes.
Alright, well, at least we got something here for use.
Uh,
And
Well, someone clearly lives here. I mean, that's why the tracks led.
I will say, give me an intelligence check for you two who are peeking their heads in.
Yeah.
sure.
Uh, 12. A check, not save.
Oh,
Uh,
shit. I mean, it's the same dice, isn't it? Let me just roll anyways.
This does not appear to be, unless someone's doing some very, very simple living, this does not scream someone lives here.
Yeah.
More like uses it.
Yes.
Okay.
And it does seem, just from the various stylizations and sizes of stuff, maybe more than one person. Because there does seem like on one table, it does seem like there's a set of tools and stuff, and then over on a different table, there seems to be a totally different set that almost mirrors the other one, but it's different design, different quality, and stuff like that. And yeah. And around the fire area, you do notice that there seems to be a couple separate sets of like utensils and dishes of different design and make.
Hmm. You guys want to take a look inside proper or start heading
So
back?
you
What
don't
do you
see
guys
anyone in
see
there?
in there? As they're like 30 feet back.
Yeah.
So,
Also, the window,
Hmm?
it is not boarded up. It just seems to have a wood panel, kind of like on a hinge, and there's like kind of like a piece of wood that's kind of like anchoring the bottom into place. Like the hinge is on the top. It's almost like a window flap. Okay, we dropped Rye.
Yeah, we lost Rye.
oh no.
Hello.
He's back.
Hello.
Missed any of that?
My internet died. Where we leave off?
The did you hear about the window?
No.
The window, it's not boarded up. It's kind of like some boards that on the top there's a hinge, and at the bottom on the one side there's kind of like a wood, like on a metal like nail or something that kind of just is resting against the bottom of the wood. It's almost like a window, kind of like flap hole, for lack of
It's
a
a
better word.
hatch.
It's a hatch, basically. You know, to allow air in, but if it's not in use, it can be boarded up, like kind of locked into place so animals and creatures can't get in.
So, what I was trying to say before my internet died is, aren't hunter shacks usually communal? As in, if you need it, you use it.
A lot of times, yeah, especially in far-reaching areas, or like lesser towns and stuff like that. If there's an area for game that's away from town, it's not unheard of that multiple people in the community will go there.
Yeah. So, if this is a communal shack, it gives us a place to lay our head. That said, though, why would there be an animal coming here? I mean, I guess there's the hide and the smell of death.
I mean, I can take a look
Is
inside.
there,
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
is there any?
Sorry, I just
Is
want.
there anyone inside? You guys still haven't answered that.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say, I can take a look inside. Could I have a sneak round?
You guys can see all of the
I don't
entirety of the place. Yes. There's
Yeah.
no other rooms. It's just one
Okay.
open area. That's it.
Okay. No, nothing to.
Well, let's head inside and see if there's anything of use we can have.
And if someone does come along, maybe not an animal, but a people, this is a good place to raid town.
I mean, hunters come here for a reason.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
wouldn't that scare the crap out of someone if they showed up where no one's supposed to be and we're there?
That's also true.
But this is a communal thing. You got to expect people to be here.
I mean, you assume.
We could have the fires lit so you can see it glow, so people aren't walking into an empty house being like expecting no one and be like, oh shit, people are here. You know.
We also don't know how long it would be till someone return again.
Also
Yeah, but
true.
we don't know how long it would be till someone returns at camp either.
Yeah,
Maybe the same amount of time.
I was
Could
gonna say.
already technically be there.
I was
Sorry,
gonna say,
what was that?
what would you rather take a nap in? A well-constructed building, as she points to the building, or a beach with, a leaf tent?
Honestly,
like
I'm going to say the. Like, given the options, even Auntie's like, the beach was comfy.
I know, I'm for the
Like,
building
I agree with you,
personally.
Scales, but that's a horrible option.
I know.
Anyone's going to
But-
take a beach.
Can you do a better option for me then?
Do you want to stay somewhere where no one could find us, or somewhere where someone could find us?
Well, again, we kind of came in like a shooting star.
How about we just stop shouting? Let's.
Yeah,
let me
let's
just take a look at this.
just walk
place.
over.
And something technically did find us.
Yeah, and following it led us to here, so either it's going to return, hasn't left, or is currently being hunted, or is the person that was resting here.
So I kind of want
Or-
to do a quick check of this room while they're all talking.
Okay, well, as the outside group begins to walk and approach the door, as the two are just kind of peeking their heads in, As you guys approach and the groups reconjoin, we're gonna go ahead and take a break
Okay.
before we get into investigating this hut.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll be 10 minutes, maybe 15. I gotta use the bathroom and is
Go potty.
I'm not, yeah. Bye.
I learned about hunters hunts or huts because of this game Kona, and you play as an investigator in it, but you're in a
back.
very, very rural town, and around the map are just hunters huts and logsmen's huts that you could go in and use.
I'm just like imagine like Alaskan bush people and like those type of huts and stuff. Make it nice.
Mm.
Except less snow, more beach.
Yeah, they're usually like small little log cabins or wood made cabins, just smaller than a small bedroom. There's a bed, there's a cooking stove, and that's it.
You're lucky if you have a workshop.
Yes. The fact that they have a workshop probably means, oh, there's probably a lot of craftsmen that work in the town nearby. Alright, I'll be RB.
Okay. Yay. I shall be right back as well. Yay. I'll be back.
Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da-ba-da-ba. Ta-da.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-da-da-ba.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Ba-da-da-ba-ba.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. We be musical.
I mean, I'd be musical. You, yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Ow.
Burn! Burn!
We have some new bots that I haven't seen before.
Woo! Bots.
Yay! We have feet.
Okay.
Let's do this underscore streamers.
Okay.
Saddest kitty.
That one seems like a strange bot.
Yeah. And Tressino. I'm concerned about the sad cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you sad, kitty cat bar? If you're not a bar. If you're a human, be happy.
Don't worry. I'll be happy now. Woo!
I have bread.
I have not bread.
Yeah.
I also think it's hilarious that some of you guys are like, I don't know if I want to go and track this stuff down. 3 hours later. Civilization!
Yeah.
Also, I'm learning as this goes on. The kid is kind of a Swiss Army knife.
The kid is a Swiss Army knife. He's the best Swiss Army knife.
Sad part is he's only a Swiss Army knife for a little bit, and then it just stops.
But
Oh, I almost said something.
That.
Then
What?
Crystal told me not to say something about the kids in the Discord.
Well.
They figured out what he is.
Okay.
Well, it's based off of. I think after this session, he's gonna be level 2, guys.
Yay!
But that also means you guys are gonna be closer to level 3, so.
Yay!
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit till he catches up with you guys. Also, just to let you know, Rye, since you're in here, I'm deleting the other auntie right now.
okay. I found the original image, but not the token on my phone.
Okay.
So if you need to, I can put the portrait on the thing. I guess I can send it.
I'll do it.
Do you still have it?
Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
I'm gonna assume yes, I, the DM, have everything.
What do you mean?
Damon just has everything.
It seems like out of context to whatever you were saying, though.
I would
Exactly.
just have everything.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway.
I see 2 aunties.
No, you don't.
I see 1.
This whole time, Auntie had 2 character sheets, telling you to get rid of it for weeks now. I had to do it myself. I'm deducting 5 experience.
Look, no, look. I messaged you last game that I didn't have the ability to delete it. That was on you.
Yeah, but I also told you to add the art. And I need relative
And then I
information.
said I couldn't find the art, and then I asked
You
you.
said you had the art.
I don't though. I can't find the original file. I was on. That's why I said. Oh, by the way, I found it on my phone. Because I was going through my pictures last night. I'm like, okay, there's a random auntie. Saving that for tomorrow.
So why didn't you do it for
So why
Trey,
didn't
then?
you do it?
I forgot until you mentioned it again.
There we go.
Look, I'm not saying like there's a reason for why I hadn't done it yet. It might not be a good reason, but there's the thought process.
Also, while everyone is here, Moose, are you there?
Yes.
For the break-ins, I need everyone to go into their experience little bar thingy, okay?
Mhm.
Okay.
And I need you to put 550.
Mhm. Done.
Done.
Beans. Done.
And I will update aunties
545.
545.
I gave you a pretty detailed explanation as to why.
What?
I mean, you literally lose nothing, and as we've had many discussions about experience in D&D, 5 XP really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's fine, Auntie. You got like a daughter niece now.
true.
Yep.
Just that moment of like, yeah, I'm teaching my daughter to draw. This is important, and you just going, daughter, and I'm like, oh, you whipping her child.
Right, everyone ready to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So as the group congeals at the front of the shack,
We become
what would you guys
slime.
like to do?
I'm gonna look around for like any pieces of paper, notes, stuff like that. To like.
Perception check. And so you are going inside of the shack?
Yes, I would be.
Okay. Give me a perception check. You don't see paper.
Bang goes that
Probably
idea.
Is there a place to light a match in this area?
Light a match? Do you have a match?
I have a lighter.
Okay. Sure. You could always just light your lighter. I'm missing the context of what you're asking.
A fire in this room, like a
At
little
the
cook
cen-
fire.
At the center of the area, there is a little fire pit.
Alright, I'm going. If there's no objections, I'm going to start heading into the house to see if I can kindle the fire. Give us some light in the room.
You can also just ask Scale. She does that magically.
Yeah,
I mean, I
works
do.
in my lighter, like, sure, fine.
Or we could always just do this. Kid goes over the window and just opens it.
I'll
Yeah,
save the
fair.
fire for nighttime.
Anyway, Kestel's gonna look around, see for any marks of this creature being inside the place.
Okay. Perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
13.
You look at the tracks coming in.
Mhm.
It's weird. As it gets towards like the camp, you notice that the paw prints, based on your last tracking, they were hard to see once they got real close to camp. They became softer and softer, as if whatever this entity was kind of lightly stepping, trying not to leave too much of a track behind. By the time it gets up to the door, it's almost indistinguishable from all the other tracks and stuff around this area. So as you get towards the door, you can't really make any detail. Getting
Oh god.
getting into it, there is mud and stuff, and like in one corner you do see kind of like a muddy, like kind of boot print. As far as animal tracking, nothing stands out. I mean, there's fur here and there, but there's also fur all around, mostly because there's hides and other stuff. And given the nature of what this shack is, it's understandable.
So there's creature tracks right up to the door of the place,
Yeah,
and then there's
about
boot
like a
tracks.
yeah, about a foot or two away from the door is where you can last see any like clearly like up. Yep, I can kind of make out the shape of it.
Distinguishing tracks.
Yeah,
Mm.
Because because this is on dirt, I imagine, and
yeah.
mud and everything.
It's also a lot of it has been compacted from like just years of use.
Yeah, like there's a little bit of a boot highway around the shack.
Yeah, kind of.
Hmm. We haven't done like a perimeter check around the cabin. Right? We just saw the front of it and went in.
I mean, you got to see two sides of it at least.
Yeah, so Kess was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go look around, see what else around the cabin is there."
Yeah.
Take Forgetting with you. Scales now keep super around on the inside.
What do I do?
Make sure no creature comes in while we're busy looking.
Okay. As soon as Kurgetin and Kestrel like walks out, he like gets like a faux kung fu phase or like position like ha ha ha. There's nothing there.
I mean, it's still the most important job, honestly.
But
Making sure we don't get snuck up on.
Kestrel, Kurgetin, it doesn't take long to loop around again. It's a small little shack. Again, like on one side, it seems to have like various, like tools and other things from like large lumber axes to, like there is like a double-handed saw on one of them. Like those really big, like it's a saw with the two handles on opposite side for like two people to use.
A logger.
Yeah. It has various, base tools like that. Around the back, you do see stacked up logs. Seems like, people have gathered wood on the back end for over time. And on the other side, you see a few tanning racks. Basically, the things that you kind of like stretch the hides out on to let them dry and, get ready for transportation, clean it, stuff like that.
Yeah, so just as a heads up, remind me when the hour's passed.
Okay.
Yeah.
But,
Alright, so
yeah, that's the full loop.
alright, so it looks like there's a logging area there, a tanning area here. It's like no basement or anything like that, like no cellar.
No.
No cellar, okay. And I didn't see any signs of the tracks, like the beast-like tracks, while I was looking around. Did I?
Nope. They seem to point directly towards the door, and that's the last you see of it.
So, while they're still around the house, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna circle back. Korean,
Yeah, they come
Oh.
back after like literally 2 minutes. You guys just
yeah. It's a quick like little thing.
Yeah.
So
and
guys,
as you guys loop around the front, the kid like looks towards you. Who goes there? Ah,
Yeah, it's
kidding.
us.
You guys can come.
so there's something a bit troubling, guys.
Mm.
So as far as I can see, the tracks that we've been following come right up to here, and lead up to the cabin. Then that's it. They're nowhere around the perimeter of the cabin or anything.
Mm.
So if it's not here, like in this cabin, where could it be?
Check the bed.
I mean, I looked all over. It's not here.
Well, what I'm kind of wondering is if there's more to this cabin than what meets the eye.
I'm gonna pull the bed sheets off of bed. See if there's someone underneath there.
No, there's not. Given the size of what you guys believe this creature is, it seems unlikely that it's hiding underneath or behind something in here.
I would.
As the camera pans to like a fucking a hoe in the middle of the corner, and the beast is like hiding behind it. Like, no.
Okay. I could detect magic, but in all honesty, I think that's a waste of time. I don't think there's any magic
Well,
here.
What if it can do what I do?
Yeah.
I
Question:
mean,
Do I? Is that your point? Do I know anything about druids' world shaping from studies and stuff?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Yeah.
I mean, can people transform using magic and other means? Sure.
Cool.
The part that worries you is the time. A lot of the stuff like that, for at least what you've heard of, is temporary.
Mm.
You guys track this thing over miles.
And it was at night.
But yeah, the kid goes, I mean, I can transform my body. Why can't something else?
It's possible, but like again, same question remains.
Of what?
It
What was the
came
question?
it came to here, and then I see no more tracks anywhere else.
Yeah,
Where'd it
it's
go?
probably gone back to wherever it lives.
Well, again, if it could do what I do, then
Mhm.
wouldn't it be then indistinguishable from all these other prints?
Basically, be human at that point.
Mm.
Maybe. I mean, you
Then
guys
there
might
would have
know
been
more
human
about it.
tracks.
Yeah,
And
There's plenty of human tracks around
yeah.
here.
yeah, but in the
Oh, there-
cabin. But I'm asking.
I mean, I just gestured to the boot highway.
Stop,
There
stop,
are
stop,
human
stop, stop,
tracks.
stop. In the cabin, you said there was human tracks. You didn't say there was human tracks anywhere else.
Yes, I clearly stated multiple times that the area surrounding the cabin is heavily trafficked.
with multiple
You
forms
referenced
of
that- yeah,
tracks.
Mhm.
Yeah. It seems to be various, like human traffic, basically. Not human trafficking, but
I think you're probably overthinking this a bit. No, if I can turn into a snake and wriggle around for a bit, why can't someone
Well,
turn into a bear or something else? I mean, the kid's like turned into like a fish person.
So I mean not necessarily. He could be right. Has anyone checked for like hidden trapdoors or something?
I mean,
As of now, no.
I looked around. I didn't see anything like that.
And he's kind of giving like a motion of like, well, get to it.
And Kessler's gonna look for trapdoors and ask for someone to help him out.
I'll give you a hand, Kester.
Trapdoor switches, that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's a good thing that all trapdoors are
Actually,
magic.
the kid can't help with this.
What would it be?
It's investigation.
Anyone else can help me with that?
Nope.
Nope.
My -1. And lack
I'm
of
just
training.
going to look at you and go, I believe you can do it, and pat your shoulder. Take a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Also, if you're gonna start RPing this inspiration out, I'm gonna need a little bit more than that.
Yeah, because I feel like that's how guidance works. Not like
Yeah, like you're just like, I believe in you. It's like, cool. I mean, it's up to you.
Okay.
Either because I've always done this with bardic inspiration. You can either skip their RP or do it.
Okay. Auntie is just going to say, don't worry, I'll help you. And she just starts sketching you looking around the house.
Okay.
And you
Investigation.
feel confident somehow.
No, he doesn't.
Well, how much was that bardic inspiration? Hello.
Hello?
He asked how much of your bardic inspiration is.
A D6.
Good idea. 16.
You go around very confused by the weird inspiration your companion has given you by sketching you. Seems to distract you more than not.
I feel
But
like I'm admired for some reason.
yeah, you feel pretty confident that given the simple design and not, like a lot of hidden nooks and crannies, that there is not any distinguishable trapdoors, hidden switches, or anything that you can tell.
Yeah, I guess it is just a cabin.
I mean, there is like one board that's kind of loose, but you kind of lift it and it's just like dirt underneath it. You're like, oh, never mind.
Almost.
I propose we stay here, light a fire so people know that we're here, and take comfy naps on beds whilst you still can.
Mind fixing the bed on Auntie? Kind of, made it all messy.
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. And I put my jar and pad away.
Also, nice bed really isn't the term you want to be using here. There is a smell coming from it. All of the linens are dirty.
I will press the dishwashing and clean and making it smell like lavender.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's still simple. It's not like a mattress or anything. It's probably like loose straw just wrapped up in some cloth and some hide.
Maybe a couple of fur.
No, it is not. It is very, very simple.
Mm.
There is a bit of hide on it, but that's it, and it's kind of rough hide.
Mm,
You assume that all the good stuff is probably taken somewhere else.
yeah.
Same watch as before?
I mean, it's like noon.
I know, but when we do have our naps.
Well, I think we gotta decide what we're doing first.
Yeah.
So you said the time was around noon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's around noon.
Because there's another alternative as well.
There is.
Like what?
Yes.
Well, our goal was to look for people, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, there's a giant bunch of footprints going in that direction. Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't, hunting shacks if, they probably don't live here, so that means they live somewhere else. And this is, probably might be able to lead us to where the people live.
So this could be like a midpoint. Hmm.
Well, I guess it's a matter of perspective, but yes. Because it might be an endpoint to them, as you just contemplates the perspectives of where you're starting and ending and beginning your journeys.
Well, if you think we can track her a little bit further, and then come here if we run out of time.
Well, I'm not sure if we can track the creature because, as we said, it
The
shifted.
footprints.
And I know that's what I was about to follow up with.
I think finding civilization is probably our top priority.
Again, that's what I was about to say. We could have just, yeah, never mind.
But it still
Different
could be
guys.
a day or two until we find something, because the only reason to put up a shack is because it's a distance away where you'd want to lay your head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
So it still might be a far away until we might actually find people.
it gives us a
So-
direction.
Here's the thing we could also do, because, as I'm aware, we don't really have any water, right?
As of right now, no.
Yeah. So maybe we could just try to look for that for now, because that's definitely a resource we're gonna need soon, and just probably fall back to the cabin once it starts getting dark.
Well, if this is good hunting grounds, there's gotta be fresh water somewhere.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, yeah.
Scouts will look in the various vicinity of this building for any water skins with water in them.
There's not. There are buckets though.
Buckets of water?
One of them does have water in it
Ooh.
that, by the looks of it, you might not want to drink.
Oh.
Looks like it's probably been standing water for some amount of time. You have to investigate it further, but it doesn't look super fresh.
I'm gonna be honest, I imagine it's just the bucket there that's catch the leaking water.
I'm shrugging my shoulders. Again, just
Um,
it's a bucket full of not the best looking water. Is all.
Well,
I
you
can-
said, so is there only the one bucket, or?
There's a few buckets,
Okay.
and there's also a giant barrel, which you guys haven't looked at.
Guess we'll take a look in the barrel.
Okay. You open up the barrel, and it is completely empty. There is a interesting smell coming from it, though.
Does it smell like?
Almost like a weird lavender mint.
Oh, the bathtub?
I'm shrugging my shoulders again.
Huh.
This barrel has a weird smell to it. Like, almost like perfume, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I see we got some buckets, some barrels. Maybe we kind of like,
Take a
clean
butt
them up a
in.
bit.
Yeah.
Like clean them out, and then just try to look around for water.
Scouts
Which
will-
way? 'Cause there's a lot of directions we could go.
There is, yeah. Actually, Auntie. That actually, your what's it called? Well, no, because they may not be able to tell between beach water and drinkable water.
I mean, an animal should be able to tell the difference. Whatever
but-
water they drink and don't die from.
Hey, I'll give it a shot while we kind of figure this out.
I mean, I'm going to point out the kid can do it innately.
You want to do it, kid?
I mean, I can. Unless they're an asshole. I've met a few animals that are assholes.
Hmm.
They're very apprehensive. They just, my food, my food. And I'm like,
So,
why are you getting upset? Anyways,
so Castro, how about you go with the kid? If the animal's an asshole, we have a free lunch.
well, the other question is, like,
Mhm.
so are we just gonna abandon the whole, people coming to find us over at the camp thing? Because, part of the idea of that was also potentially if the wizard people showed up.
That's also true, yeah.
I think we have a big decision to make of whether we abandon that line of thinking and venture into the world, or, you know, yeah, boss, as kid just looks towards you, Cretin.
Mhm.
You have a big decision to make, as the DM is giggling on the inside.
Hmm.
This may completely determine the fate of the campaign. Just saying. I love crossroads decisions like this. This is why I DM.
I mean, if you don't mind my 2 cents, if the wizard people do come, they're probably going to come through the roads of the local town.
Would they?
Why wouldn't they?
Well, they can come in from two ways. They can either come through the water, or they can, come through just like nudges to this road here.
Again, magic.
Mhm.
It's a
Yeah.
wizard. I don't know why, but I just don't see them walking anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm not. Again, you guys who are magic folk can feel free to correct me, but like they have multiple ways of traveling around, right?
I
I'm gonna
mean,
be
yeah,
honest,
don't you guys remember when we were in the castle, we stood in a circle and then we weren't in a castle?
I mean, I'm also going to just throw it out there. If he is a wizard, he's probably sending other people to come investigate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
How
can he
about
like turn him into like a lightning bolt or something and like streak him across? I don't know how magic works.
I'm going to be honest, I don't think that's really a thing. Maybe a bird.
He shrugged his shoulders. He's like, I don't know, but yeah, bird.
why don't we split it? Those who want to live in a comfy house live in the comfy house, and those who want to live on the beach live on the beach.
A devil's advocate of that idea. We do know that the gigantic monstrous beast came here. If we split the group, what if it comes back?
Yeah.
He has a point. I'm going to be honest. I think we're close enough here that if the wizard or stuff does happen, we can go back and investigate. But at the same time, if we camp at the beachhead, we know that there's an animal around, and we know that it could
Could what?
be here. We know it will come
Wait,
back.
hold on a second. You broke up. What'd you say, Ray?
I'm saying if we stay here, there's a highly likely chance we'll encounter the animal.
Oh, but what about the beach part? You said
That there might not be a chance that we would encounter it, but the fact that we are at the beach is up to the animal if we encounter it or not. If we stay here, we're making the decision to encounter it.
I mean, it's an animal. Couldn't it smell us out? I feel like it would be the same equal possibility.
It's more if we stay here, we know people come here, so we know that we're definitely going to encounter people. Whereas if we're on the beach, the animal might get us first before the people even realize that we're there.
I mean, sure. I guess I don't know. I just feel like it's both equal possibility.
Yeah, it is kind of equal, really.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. Forgetting whatever you think, we'll roll with.
Yeah.
Because it feels like there's equal possibilities for all of these paths and ideas.
There's
Possibilities.
no bad choice for getting. Just
And then
follow your
there's
heart.
also the choice of just saying abandon both places and just go to town.
Yeah,
So
that's
realistically,
also
we have
possible.
three choices. Do we stay here, the beach, or go to try to follow people to town, civilization, or wherever they go? As the entire group is now staring at you, Kurgetin.
Now we
Auntie's
have
probably
to
the only
super
one that's
think.
not staring because
Hmm.
she's just waiting.
As a single bead of sweat just rolls down Kurgetin's forehead.
This ain't regular thinking. It's advanced thinking.
Two beats.
Time for a brain blast.
Two,
Brain bomb. uh,
and the third one is forming.
We can always play Boulder, Parchment, and Shears.
I think that
Wait,
a
what?
decision like this might be left up to like actual thinking. Plus, it is her duty as leader to, fulfill this role.
This is true.
She is spacing out right now. She is super thinking.
Christian, has an hour passed?
No.
Okay.
We're getting
If it starts getting to the 5-minute mark, I guess supposed to be
Okay.
like sitting outside the door and like smoking his pipe, just letting you know.
Here, Correct. It seems like you have a big decision to make, and we still got a little bit of time before we'd have to head it back to the camp, and we could always hurry back there on the way back.
Again, probably didn't hear that. She's still spaced out.
Cash,
Go first.
that might. Could someone go with me? I just wanna.
I'll come with you.
Actually, never mind. We got food. We got crab apples. I'm gonna munch. Nom, 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 nom. He's like chipmunking, popcorning an apple right now.
As
Skills.
Auntie. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I was just gonna say, Scouts is gonna minor illusion a crab apple onto her paper and then draw it.
Okay.
Auntie is drawing stone in the thinking man pose.
I have to ask: are you making a 3D crab apple, or are you making a flat crab apple?
I'll try a.
Because that'd be a
3D.
weird drawing to try to do 3D. Because you just like draw the base of it, and you're like, wait a second, this doesn't work.
I'll do a flat one. Flat one.
Okay.
I mean, 3D art is a thing. It is just very high skill level.
I'll try simple. I'll do a flat one for now.
Okay. You do.
I guess we'll have his pipe for now.
Buffering. Buffering.
Kid is gonna go outside with a couple crab apples, and he's actually going to climb up to the roof of the cabin. Those inside can hear the creaking, and he just kind of sits up on top there.
You know, if she doesn't make a choice, she has made the choice to stay here.
That is fair.
But then she's made the choice.
So there's no losing.
I feel like accidentally making the choice isn't really like making a choice.
And I'm just going to look out the window at the time we have left, like, either way, if she doesn't make it, we'll be here.
So, Moose, Kurgetin,
Hmm.
we cannot delay this any longer.
We've tried.
We've tried.
We've tried.
All right. I think I've made a decision. Actually, no. Not think. I know I made a decision.
Yeah,
Skills
that's
immediately
good.
stops drawing and looks up. It's like, what is it?
You see the kid's head poke up, like upside down from the top of the roof through the window. Who are you, and what have you done with Kurgetin?
No,
kidding.
I think I made a. I think I made a smart.
We've made
You
both
know
early
you
and
made
early
us
for-
smart.
Okay, boss. Determine our fate.
You could change your fate. But yeah.
Stone immediately goes, I would like to play my choice card.
I don't have that.
Yes, you do.
I just have the cat. I think.
You also, you got one, remember?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
You
one.
got one.
You got one for
Yeah,
like
should've
the
marked it
first
off.
adventure.
Yeah, for the first chapter, you were rewarded one.
Yeah, you're the only one actually rewarded natural choice card. The rest of us got the other ones.
Because as it stands, you're the only one with it.
I mean, now's as good as time as any.
I mean, it's up to you. I just like to give gentle reminders every once in a while because sometimes I feel you guys forget that system.
Yes.
Mostly Rye.
Yes.
Well, when I click the card, it shows the black cat.
I don't have a card for that. You were
Yeah.
supposed to mark it in your page. On your actual character sheet, everyone, do you see the inspiration thing?
Yes.
You
No.
can use that if you would like. Up above your
Oh, no, I do, yeah.
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 You can just
It's
mark
okay.
that, and if it's marked in, that will be the choice card.
That's a smart idea, yeah.
Because I will not be rewarding inspiration for this campaign.
Okay.
Let me just yes. Looking at my card notes, yes, you do have a choice card. Because after that last confusion with Rye, I made sure to track it.
See, I make you a better DM.
I'm gonna keep all my remarks to myself. Anyways, forget.
If you don't choose, I'm going to draw a reverse Uno card next to you.
I'd say let's look for town.
Okay.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
On that note though, it has been like afternoon and we don't know how long we're going. Did you guys just want to shack up here for the night or just start going? Because if we start going, there's a potential we'll just be in the middle of the woods.
I would say that it's probably best to go at the very least first light versus now. Let's get refreshed. That'd be handy.
Well, you say refresh, but realistically, one, maybe two people can sleep in bed.
I don't mind sleeping on the floor.
I've
I am
slept
not
on.
sleeping in here. It stinks.
I would like a bed personally. I've slept on walks. There ain't a good walk around here. Not the same.
We still
The
gotta
smell-
keep watch, though.
The smell doesn't bother me, because I can just pull my beanie over my face.
Yeah, obviously we'll do watch first.
Mm.
Okay.
Sam watches
Uh,
last time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
What time is it, DM?
It's like noon-ish.
Still.
So, do you guys still want to get water then?
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
need to go water.
Yeah, we probably should.
Hey Damon, do you want to stay here and keep an eye out on the house just in case anyone comes back? Whilst they go get water.
Sure.
Yeah. We'll guard this place.
Alright, Scales. If someone does come by, remember your human costume.
Yes.
Alright. Be safe, kids.
Shout
Yep, Scales, maybe you sit in there, and I'll just stay right over here. As he's still like peeking through the window.
Yeah.
So we have some buckets and we have a barrel, right?
Yeah, there's 2 buckets in a barrel.
And as I recall correctly, Kale said she cleaned up a Princess Station and whatnot, so they're all good.
I didn't say that, but I was going to, but I got interrupted. I'll do that before they leave.
Okay, you cleaned the buckets.
Yes.
So buckets and
Um,
barrel are clean. So should we
And
just
are
take?
you guys gonna take the barrel? It's pretty sizable.
Well, that's what I was gonna
I mean-
ask. Like, how heavy is this thing?
Filled with water, no one in this group is gonna just be able to strong arm that. It's
Alright.
heavy. It's a pretty sizable barrel.
All right, buckets, and we'll be fine then.
I mean, each bucket is about a gallon,
Mhm.
maybe a little bit more.
I think buckets will be good for now. Just so we can get some source and get some water for the night, and then we'll figure out from there.
Hey Damon, if you see a people that's not not a snake person, maybe do like a code or something, or just shout out like, "Hey!" so I can then quickly switch. I don't
I
want to.
will say, oh, look, fellow humans.
Maybe not. Oh, look,
Oh,
fellow
oh,
humans. That looks a bit suspicious. But say, hey, look, fellow traveler.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. My
Yeah.
insight isn't very good.
Yeah.
Meta speak. Anyways, so people going for water. Who's going?
Kestrel?
I'll come with Kestrel and the water group, because let's say we've run into an animal, since the kids are staying at the little hut. That way we have someone that can speak to animals.
Okay. So Kestrel, Auntie, Kurgetin, where are you going?
How many buckets are there?
There's 2 buckets.
Well, if they got the buckets, then Gang can like stay by the shack. Her brain hurts.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kurgetin. I don't know how well carrying a bucket for a few hours I'm going to be good. I'm just coming as a translator.
Valid point.
We'll be fine, Cricketin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, we jump in the cabin, lock the doors, and I'll just throw everything against the door.
Yeah.
I have faith in our kids.
Okay.
Because I'm
So
going to
are
be
they
honest.
hinting that they want me to join the bucket group, or they want me to stay here?
It's up to you, Kurgan.
So, Peter, I'm going to suggest if you want an adult to stay with the kids, at least get
Hey,
5
we
days.
can take care of ourselves. You
Yeah.
can't say you have faith in us and then immediately turn around and say if we need an adult with the kids. Like, come on.
In my defense, I'm saying I have faith in you, but if Kurgetin wants an adult to stay, it should be me, because that way Kestrel has a bodyguard.
Well, you also need to speak with animals.
Yeah. You need a translator.
Oh, I wouldn't be staying because of that. I was gonna stay because my brain hurts from all that thinking.
Okay,
Good
Cricketin.
news is
Cricketin.
I don't think you need to think on this trip. You're just going to be carrying buckets and hitting stuff if it attacks.
Scales
Hopefully
are
not
like
with the
push
buckets.
like Cricketin like out the door as much as she can, which is probably barely anything. She's like, we got this, go, go, go.
You go push her out, but you're just pushing yourself in deeper.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Your feet are just like you think you're moving, but then you look down and your feet are just rubbing against the ground as
Yeah.
Kurgetin. Damn.
I really want some alone time. Fine. I'll go. she's, like, she's going with the bucket group.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Bucket crew, you guys are standing out in front of this cabin. How do you handle it?
I guess the first stop will be find wildlife.
Sure.
I said
Okay.
we want to go the translator route, otherwise we're just going to be picking a direction.
Okay.
I mean, you're a navigator huntsman, dude. You should be able to figure out where water is.
This is me speaking out of character. I don't know how to find water just randomly.
Give me a survival check.
Thank you.
I have no idea where the
Oh.
water is on the left-hand side, 3 miles out.
3 centimeters to the left.
Hmm. Here's the thing.
Yep.
Okay. You could spend many hours potentially finding water.
hmm
Whether it be fresh, salt, you don't know.
hmm
You know where a guaranteed water supply is.
The beach.
Yeah?
But that water we know is salt water, right?
Sure. And you've already been told before that the kid understands how to separate it.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, that's how they survived on the island.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. You know what? Like, actually, now I think about it, might just be better to get water from the beach if the kid knows how to separate salt water from regular water. I think that'd be better than just randomly looking around for springs around here.
You know, if all else fails, if we don't, I mean, we could probably find fresh water in the morning by following birds.
Again, I'm saying like at least what we do now, like this would be a guaranteed source of water. Like
Yeah, we
drinkable
can
water.
hike that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty far hike, but
It's the same thing about like wandering around. So I think it's a good way to do it.
I'm gonna look into the window to say, kids, we're gonna go down by the beach. You gonna be okay if we're gone that long?
Yeah, we're good.
Don't worry. If anything happens, we'll just yell, start heading toward the beach, screaming "stranger danger,"
Sure.
Good job.
All right,
or I'll just climb a tree.
I'll hide in
Sounds
probably
about
a
right.
hole. Something like that.
Yeah, she could just
Don't-
turn into a snake and just hide somewhere.
Just don't throw a party while we're going.
How can we
Kids
throw a
look at
party?
each other like
Yeah,
just.
we don't
How
know
the
anymore.
fuck are we gonna fight? Okay. I can guarantee you we cannot do that, so we will not.
And I'm just going as we're walking away. Squirrels, man.
And then as soon as the group walks away, the kid looks over. We're totally gonna throw a party.
I mean,
I don't
yeah,
know
I could.
how, but we kind of have to now,
No.
right?
I know how though. Minor illusions, like a bunch of dancers, snakes just all over the place. Like, pew, 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 pew,
They're
pew.
in a rebel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as we leave, just a party lights and music going.
Here.
I won't say music because you can't really do like complex music unless you can.
Prestidigitation. Pretty
Does-
nifty spell.
Does music as well?
Read
Oh,
the
fair enough. Yeah,
description.
it does say faint musical notes. Fair enough.
Yeah. Prestidigitation, basically minor miracle. You could do anything in a small, tiny little bit.
There we
One
go
of the
then.
most useful spells in all of D&D history.
Yeah.
It's a reason why I always take it.
Girls will do that then. Should do like various like little like versions of ourselves dancing about little faint melody.
They're all like chanting like with some like fucking like drum beats going just asleep, just asleep, just
Yeah.
asleep. Yeah, okay. So we will go ahead and take care of the north first. How are you guys gonna handle this? You guys got a couple hour trek there, gather and a couple trek hour back.
Crystal suggests since we're just going for water, how about we just beeline it there and then just walk back?
All right. Lead the way.
Okay.
I will
shall
say
leave
if we do run into some wildlife, if you want to ask them questions, it'll take me 10 minutes.
I don't think that's necessary because we're just getting water.
That's why I just said if.
Okay. And you just head to the beach.
Okay. Then on that note, because you guys have already made the decision, I need your guys' Kesher, your passive perception, since
Sure.
no one's keeping an eye out. What's
Yep.
your passive perception?
My passive perception is 15.
Okay, cool beans. Okay. You guys trek for going at a faster pace or slow pace or normal pace?
We said fast.
Okay.
Quick at least.
Yes. There's slow, normal, and fast.
Kurgetin's fast pace.
Of course. Given the distance, you guys are going to be tired by the time you guys get back.
How tired?
Was that?
Wait, level of exhaustion? Tired?
Yes. You would have one.
See,
point.
damn, that would have changed my game plan if I knew that.
I'm willing to take the exhaustion because we have a place to sleep.
I'm not willing to take the exhaustion personally.
If you don't, you're gonna probably be trekking partially through night.
Hmm.
I say take the exhaustion.
You're getting?
We have exhaustion, and we have not exhaustion.
It's either nighttime or exhaustion. Lovely.
Well, he said partly through night. He didn't say all through night.
Yeah, but the creature could also be out there
Mhm.
during the night.
But if we do have exhaustion and run into a creature, we're not going to be as well equipped.
That's kind of my point.
I will keep in mind, guys. First level of exhaustion is just disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'm not against having it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Our
So
characters don't
as
know that.
far as fighting goes, I mean, yeah, but you guys get the sense. You guys understand sort of how your bodies feel.
Mhm.
So mentally, you just won't be at the full game, but physical toll, you could go longer.
I know. I kind of leave it to the Krigan though, guys. I'm kind of 50-50 on that.
In
Let-
my personal reasoning, I'm going to just say we shouldn't be afraid of first level exhaustion.
Let's take the exhaustion then.
All right, double timing it to the beach then.
Okay. So you guys hoof it through the forest, kind of using your own path back since you guys don't want to, since you're going to beeline it. Luckily, you have an amazing navigator in the form of Kestrel, but I am going to say, give me one survival check just to see if there is any lost time.
Yeah.
And that will be to the beach. Okay. You guys make it in pretty good time. It's not the worst direction, basically just north. You guys do get a little off kilter, but because you guys did do that wide loop around the wide area, you're like, oh, wait a second, we gotta go that way because I recognize that tree, so we gotta head that way. So not really lost time, just a slight course correction, and you guys make it to the beach.
Get our water,
Okay.
and we head back and average pace, but like Kessel's gonna say while he's navigating, you guys should keep an eye out.
So you guys are again going to normal pace now, because that's gonna you guys are gonna be partially into night.
That's a fair point. Well, the main thing was because like when we were doing double pace, like, can we do double pace with water buckets?
I mean, the buckets aren't like you're not lugging behind an insane amount.
Okay.
It's
Remember,
a gallon, so you're
fast
talking
pace-
about 9 pounds.
Fast pace isn't like sprinting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a quickened pace.
Okay.
Okay.
Think a light jog.
So, go ahead and give me another survival on the return trip.
Shall do.
Okay. Second verse, same as the first. It is starting to get to sundown. By time you see the cabin in the horizon.
Okay.
We're gonna cut away from that for a moment because that was many hours of travel time.
Mhm.
So Scales,
Yeah.
any plans, any ideas, anything you want to do while? Because you have like a good almost 6 hours or so until
I imagine we
the party probably fizzles out after like.
Yeah, it fizzles out after a beer and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Kid
Right.
returns back to the roof, or goes to return back to the roof. I'm gonna go back out and check.
Okay.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah. I'll light a fire once it gets dark and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you need some wood?
Looks at a fireplace. Do I need wood?
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
like little bits, but that's it.
Yeah, a little bit of wood wouldn't hurt, but I wouldn't say like go out into the woods to get it.
Oh no, I mean Kestrel said there was some stuff, so I'll go check.
Okay.
He heads out and comes back just literally like a minute later with some chopped woods and stuff like that. He's like, okay, here goes like some main fire burning. I'm gonna go look for a little bit of kindling. Get it
Okay.
going. Oh wait, never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, I can do that.
I forget sometimes.
Trust me,
You
I
just-
forget as well.
Fire,
Yeah.
super useful.
What do you think of this, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
Of the wood?
No, oh, and she's pointing to herself.
Oh, well, you're back to you now.
Oh, okay, I didn't notice. I don't notice these things. I'm all about human me.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, kind of lackluster. And plus, your
Perfect.
scale, like, this is you.
I mean,
That other version just seemed weird.
yeah.
Like
Both
hearing her
perfect.
voice come out of it just felt off.
Do I need to change the accent?
No, Not really. It was just, I'm used to seeing that voice to you, so it's like,
I get you.
Yeah.
But that cluster was what I was going for, so that's perfect.
It's like when you hear Matt Mercer play other roles in video games.
but that makes me wonder, what does that say about
Oh, I don't know.
Auntie?
Scout thinks about it for a good solid minute. Like, I don't know.
Auntie, as you guys are walking towards the beach, achoo!
Also, here, I'll take a look around, see if I can notice like anything useful about. If there's remember the code word if there are people coming. Oh, non-scalies, you go like, hey there, fellow traveller. Or if there is scalies, I don't know. Bang on the roof a few times and say the same thing.
Well, I mean, it's going to be many hours until people show up anyway, so I would say, at the very least, if you hear me talking to anyone at all over the next few hours, just assume that someone's here.
Okay, I'll do that.
And you said you were looking around for something useful? What do you mean?
I don't know, like, weapons, not tools, I specifically like daggers, swords, bows, arrows, that sort of.
There is a quiver, an old quiver hanging on one of the walls.
Mhm.
There's some hunting tools and some carving tools. There's some knives and stuff like that. There's a couple hand axes that seem more designed for utility instead of battle.
Mhm.
And outside there are some lumber axes. That is it.
Okay. Does the quiver have any arrows in it?
No, it is an old banged up quiver that's just kind of hanging there.
Okay.
For basically nothing really of like you'd want to use taken to battle.
Okay. Scales are just minor illusion in our TV show then and just watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would be a silent thing too because minor illusion.
Yeah.
Yes. So you're just watching pictures.
Visitation, the sound effects.
Yes, you could.
Yeah, I'll do that as well.
Or just use the Daywork method and just use 2 uses of prestidigitation, one for a small screen and the other one for the sound.
She'll figure something out to watch TV.
But after like an hour, you're like, fuck, it's just nothing but reruns.
Yeah. Boy.
Why can't I only think of the one show?
Yeah, why is only one show stuck in my head right now? It's not even
Why
good.
is it always Lucifer?
It's Goosifer, thank you very much.
Lucifer.
Okay, yeah.
You could get to the fanfic part of your brain where you just start inserting yourself into the episodes.
She stops at that point.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this has gone on way too long.
Yeah.
And you realize that it's only been 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, God, I miss TV.
Yeah.
Okay. If that is all for the cabin crew.
Yeah. And as I said, once it gets dark, you will presentation the flames and stuff.
Okay. As it is getting dark though, you do hear above the roof, oh, they're back, as you guys are approaching the cabin.
Okay. Presentation, nice smells and stuff. For the whole
Waves.
place. Hello.
Nothing
Yeah.
happened.
We're good.
Okay.
I lit a fire.
Hey, kid. So if I recall correctly, you have a way to filter, like, beach water, right?
I mean, yeah, sure. I know the method.
Yeah, because that's what we're gonna do. We basically figured it's best to go the safe route versus, trek around just for hoping to find a random thing.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find fresh water eventually.
As he looks around at the nighttime. I'll get to it.
Okay.
And he gets off the roof, goes inside. Luckily, there is like utensils, cookware, and other stuff, pots, like some basic beat up pots and stuff like that around the place. So he does technically have all the tools that would be required.
Yay.
He's gonna go, hey, Scales, do you think you can help me with this? It would go much quicker if I had some assistance.
Okay.
Because I know you can make things go fiery and stuff
Mhm.
with prestidigitation. Can you do the opposite?
I don't see why not.
Could you hold this pan and chill it?
Skills would do just that. Like,
He basically has you like hold this pan at an angle over the pot. That
Mhm.
he basically kind of bends the top a little bit.
and
And
then you're cutting in and out. There's traffic behind.
oh, that's not me. That's right.
Ah.
Basically, he takes one of the old cooking pots and he kind of like just bends the top to where it's like crunched in and kind of scrooched up.
Mhm.
Starts getting the water in there and puts it on for a boil.
Mhm.
And then he has you hold the pan over top of it, another pot, chilling it at an angle, and the steam kind of rises, hits the cool pan, and then as it continues, you just see it drips and moisture forming in that pot, and he just has another bucket, bucket that he emptied into the cooking pot. That empty bucket, he just has it set under. So over the next few hours, he will produce drinkable water.
Hey, I may not be a good chef person apparently, but I make a good kitchen utensil.
We should probably take those utensils with us, actually.
I mean, we're not thieves.
Good point. We should probably buy some utensils. Or do covert trading like we did in the wilds.
I did see a quiver in the back over there. It didn't have any arrows in it, but I thought, it might be useful to store stuff in.
Probably not. Again, it's old beat up quiver. There's a reason it's not being in use. Like there's holes in it and stuff. It's not serviceable.
If it's here, there's a reason it's here. Either it's, oh, someone else could use this, or I don't want this and no one else wants to throw it away, so it's just going to stay here forever.
Or someone planned to repair it at a later date. It's currently not serviceable. Like the bottom part of the leather is kind of ripped up and stuff like that. If you put arrows in it, they would probably, with movement, they would probably just shuffle down through the bottom.
My hands are idle for a while once we start resting. I might be tinkering with that, try to fix it.
Do you have sewing needle and threads and all this stuff to repair leather?
No, I don't. I just want to tinker with it.
Okay. Auntie begins poking the quiver for the next few hours.
Oh yeah, I didn't expect it to go any further than that.
Got it.
I'd probably break it more.
Yeah, you keep messing with the flap, and eventually, like the bottom part just rip. You're like, oh, okay, and then you just hang it back up. You're like, it was like that when I found it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be successful.
Okay, so yeah, Kid and Kid are going to be making water. Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
It's like nighttime, right? At this point.
Yes.
I guess we'll eat dinner then.
Okay. You guys have the leftovers, but after tonight, you guys will be out of food.
Okay.
Alright. Well, we can still have apples. Just out of regular food.
Sure.
You're a survivor on
Yeah, but-
apples.
The diet of apples don't quite keep the clerics away.
It doesn't, but
Trust me, I tried. There was this whole apple fad going on. Instead of screaming at you, they usually yell curses.
Okay.
Okay, but I need to let sketch out real quick, so just give me a second.
Go ahead.
Look, just some druid figured out how to make apples get you high, and it was just a whole fad. Alright, what are you saying?
I was just saying, it's like the instant you guys said, "Hey, don't have a party," instantly thinks of a way to have a party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The reason Auntie said that is just like, yeah, don't have a party. Because if there is one, I'm not going to be mad that you threw a party. I'm going to be mad that you didn't invite me.
All right. Let's hope the decision I made was the right one. Yay!
Yay! I believe in you.
There's no wrong decisions, only choices.
Wait a minute.
I didn't say anything about right or wrong choices, though.
Touche.
Sorry about that. She left her cookie outside and she was being a butthead. She was like, I want the
How
cookie.
dare she?
The dog
There you go.
blocking the cookie.
Just lay down. She's like, I lack the height and opposable thumbs. Did you just immediately lose your cookie?
Yes, yes, she did.
How?
Sketch the most ferocious, skeeving dog that's also the most neediest.
Yeah.
She's just a blink dog and blink the cookie away.
Oh, there it is. Found it.
See, blink the cookie. It
No.
just had to take a while to come back.
I just got a blanket in my chair, so there's a lot of like floofy corners that it can fall into. Anyways, so water's being made,
Hmm.
quiver being broken,
Eating dinner.
munching on the rest of the food. You guys got a few hours until bedtime, so if anyone would like to discuss anything or do anything, occasionally like the kid will kind of have Scales like rest her arm, set down the pot and stuff like that. Take the boiling water off and allow you guys to basically pass around the bucket and get some sips on.
Hmm.
See, yep.
So I have a thought.
I'm
so,
scared.
Hold
So,
in the pain. I'm scared.
We know how we said, when we kind of approached here, Scales, you kind of turned to human version of yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, how are we gonna know, like, once we get to, let's say, we find the town, right?
Mhm.
How do we know which one of us they would be friendly to or not?
Well, we look at the primary people that's at the entrance of said town. We see what race they are. And for example, if it's a town full of Yanti, I go first. If it's a town full of, like, Durga, Gugetin goes first. And so on and so forth until, one of them matches.
Question.
Yeah?
Would you people live in a place like this? Because you keep bringing them up, and I don't know enough about your people. Like, do they? Because from what I heard, you basically lived in a jungle, right?
Yeah.
This is not a jungle
Yeah, but lots of times
at all.
lots of times has passed. I don't know if they still live in a jungle. I just know they used to live in a jungle.
Well, it's kind of
Um,
chilly around here, so I'm just wondering, like, if this
Yeah,
is
it's
a
kind
place
of
I could go.
temperate.
I'm going to.
It was
be
just
honest.
an example.
I'm going to be honest. People usually trust me until I open my mouth. Mostly, human.
Don't really see how that applies, but okay.
I
You're talking about who's going to go first.
You guys
Uh,
also say
I'm
I'm
a human. People kind of generally accept us. Or we enslaved you at some point, and well, I'm not. I wasn't always in the mortal world, so I'm not holding responsibility for that, and people get offended.
Well, Krogatin is our leader, and you guys always do say I'm adorable, so there's that.
was going to switch into whichever one was the most fitting to begin with.
yeah, but my biggest thing is, like, because we're a very diverse group of characters, and I have characters. This is just me, just trying to remember. Durgar are also like looked at as like evil at times, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
From your
Name
knowledge,
caves.
here's the thing, guys.
Mm-hmm.
From your knowledge, you have no knowledge. This is a world you don't understand fully.
Yeah.
So it's a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay,
Like,
that's
We,
fair, yeah.
yeah. We don't know if, like, are people still, for example, I don't know if my
Wait,
people
wait, wait,
are
wait.
still
Let me
evil.
finish what I was gonna say.
Okay.
From Knight Albrecht's explanation, is every single person in this group. It depends. Because say it's like a high elven society, then even Auntie would probably be looked frowned upon. Maybe not hated, but frowned upon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys could end up in like a a civilized bugbear society that hates all humans. You don't know.
Mm-hmm. Got a point there.
So that kind of brings me to my point. So, like, because I know you have the potential to disguise yourself, scales, but I don't believe the rest of us do. I mean, you may have the capability as well, Auntie.
I'm just gonna look through. It's like, I can make people laugh until their spleens burst.
What we could do, though, we get the person who could otherwise match with the potential society, vouch for everyone else. So, as a example, if there was a Yanti society and the Yanti society is evil and hates the rest of you, I could just turn up and say like, "Hey, these are my slaves. Leave them alone." I might have to insult you a few times. I'm sure you disregard that because I'm trying to cover your backs.
But
For
Disney's
example,
gonna look at you with food in her mouth, like, I'm looking forward to it.
but who's to say that the Yanti wouldn't immediately lash out at you?
I mean they could, but I would say it's a safer bet than us all going into a society and not.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna be honest here, Castro. It's gonna be a play-by-play situation.
Yeah.
Oh, I get that. I'm just saying, like,
So, if the core of your thing to say is, how would we describe you two, or disguise you two? Is that where this is leading?
no, I'm just my point is like, should we even try to go the whole disguise route?
Because to be fair, even though she can magically change herself, it's not like she's actually changed. It's just looks like it. If
Yeah.
someone's trying to pay attention or suspicious as is, they could discern that it's a disguise.
Also, like, does that actually consume like a large part of your magic to do, or is it like something you can do at will?
I mean, I can do it a few times for limited amount of times.
That's kind of my point, because like, let's say it is like they like everyone except for Scale, so she does the disguise self, right? Okay, we get you into the door, but then, well, we just leave you in the cabin all day.
So,
Yeah, we're there
Actually,
for 6 hours.
Actually, no. I'll probably just end up turning into a snake and pretending to be like Auntie's familiar or something.
just got a point.
Also, that brings up the other point is from Night Oberix, a lot of the world is just simple folk. So
Yeah.
something like magic use or familiars or talking like some of the weird stuff we always talk about, that might also make people not trust us.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest, if they're simple folk, I should be accepted mostly until I start talking again.
I just think maybe the best approach is just honestly like, hello, we're travelers, and depending on who is the predominant.
Panic once they put the pitchforks on our necks.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Panic once they put the pitchforks on our necks.
Or we
Yeah.
get arrested.
If someone puts a
Well-
pitchfork on your neck, I'm gonna punch him.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, my point is just like, I think just the honest route would be good, and obviously whoever's the more diplomatic should speak if they're well liked.
Yeah, and just as a gentle reminder, because some of you guys are still getting used to your spell use, disguise self is not a perfect spell. It's an
I know.
illusion.
I know it is.
So- A discerning guard or something could potentially see through it.
I know.
I will say though, thankfully, because you are a Yanti, you probably have a more slender face and you can have an illusion over pretty easily.
Doesn't matter. It's still the same thing. Even if you keep the disguise to skin layer,
Mm.
it specifically states that someone can still see through the illusion.
Yeah.
Uh,
For mechanics purposes, let me just see if I can.
To discern that you are disguised, a creature can use its action to inspect your appearance.
I don't know if I pressed it.
So, yes, there
Yeah.
is a good chance that a guard or someone who's really taken a look might notice flaws in the illusion and be like,
And,
"Wait."
that's the spell slot, so yeah.
And again, it's an hour.
Yeah.
Can't do it forever.
Yeah.
I think if we're gonna be in town for a while, we might just have to do the rap idea.
Okay.
Then again, I'm still against that. I think, if people don't want us there, we should just go somewhere else.
Also, do we have enough reps for all that?
I mean,
They specifically bought them.
we brought them.
Alright.
She's also, we're wearing poncho stuff, so as long as you have your legs, arms, and face covered, you should be good.
Yeah, we could just say you're a bad burn victim.
Or that she has sunlight sensitivity.
No, that would
Yes.
probably raise a lot of questions.
That
Yeah.
would,
Hmm.
But a burn victim, like, who's gonna question burn victim?
Yeah.
Might even get free sympathy. I feel
Ooh.
wrong for going that route, but
It is a very good route to take.
I mean, if they ask for proof, just make your scales red. It'll look horrible.
Yeah. Just maybe, don't let me see a healer. Irreversible burn victim.
So
She
what
was
are you thinking
cursed
about?
with burns.
What were you thinking about all this, Gregadon?
Because, I mean, this does affect you too to an extent.
Plus, it is kind of your plan of, going to this mental village.
Yeah. This magical disguise seems kind of iffy because
It's there if we need it.
They'd
And I'm
probably
going
find
to
it.
be honest, if I'm going to be honest, unless we run into a village with a more diverse cast of people, or if it's going to be a regular ass human farming hunting town.
You were saying, though, Gregadon?
But if Scales really would feel safer with the disguise, I do think the wraps are a good idea. Well, the
at
burn.
least it's permanent.
I'll give it a practice.
Would you like me to mummy you?
Yeah. And she just like T-poses like, mummy.
Oh wait, never mind, I can't. Sorry.
You can't?
No, you can't either. We gotta continue to make water.
Oh, yeah.
We
Get
should
back
probably
to
get
me.
back.
We should.
With the poncho, if we get you like a little witch hat, you would look like a cool superhero.
Ooh.
What's a witch hat?
I'm going to sketch what kind of hat wizards typically wear, with a wide brim and more pronounced top.
So you know a lot of wizards?
I read a lot. There might be pictures. I probably know more druids than wizards, though.
This is you grabbing your real world knowledge and shoving it into the campaign world again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Sure, I'm just going to draw her as a mummy poncho with a beanie.
It's a really weird image, but sure.
This goes back to making water.
I think of another big question, because we're going to find civilization. What do we do then?
Well, and she whispers to the kid, like, hey, why don't you tell him about the possible investigation, please?
It's not the right time.
Okay.
Well, as I understand, Kester says, let's see, this is just me going through my notes. We gotta find the wizard Eberron, right? That was his name?
Mm-hmm.
And he was careful. God, I'm just trying to find where he was. No. Where in my notes did I put it? But basically, we gotta find where Eberron is, or like our location in regards to where he is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Figure out where we are, what we call this place, who's in charge, how to get to whatever his name.
Where did I put that? This is annoying. We continue. Sorry.
Maybe even get some official supplies and maybe finally some work. I miss the work.
I mean, technically, if we need some coinage, we could. I don't know if they have a troll is attacking the woodsmen. We could go and figure that out, get some coin out of it.
Yeah, and that would give us a good reputation, so we wouldn't need to hide and stuff.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I mean, we are now an adventuring family. Building credentials is one way to go about it. Our own legend.
Ooh, so does that mean we get to call ourselves the Justice League?
Justice League, Justice League,
Justice
Justice
League,
League,
Justice
Justice
League.
League, Justice League.
Aunt is just looking at the kids as they're making water, doing this, and like, just under her breath, I'm just going to introduce us as the Godwins.
No, Justice League.
That's our name, okay? But we need like, like
A
the
cool
Band
name.
of Mary or something. Like a title for the group.
Yeah, like Justice League. Crogetton, you're the leader of a group. You like the Justice League, right? I heard you repeat it.
I mean,
Brings up a valid point.
it's catchy.
There we go. Our leader thinks it's catchy, so we stick with it.
Okay, I think the big deciding factor, as he like deadpan looks over to Kestrel. Huh?
Eh?
I'm still looking for my notes. Was it the Kingdom of Lara, Damon?
Yes, Lara.
Alright, that was all on top.
Or sorry, Lara.
Lara,
I just
yeah.
imagine he's reading the script in character.
Lines.
Why?
He's mostly like, he's just sitting like prepping his pipe after the meal, like just thinking like, where was it again?
Yeah, no, this is like literally me like looking through and I was like, where the fuck did I put it?
It was the Citadel of Lara.
Citadel, I have Kingdom here. Okay, I'll fix that.
Well, that's where it is, but it is the Kingdom of Lara, but the place.
Oh, okay. Citadel of Lara and the Kingdom of Lara.
Ruled by Lara, with his son named Lara.
I know,
We're
seriously.
actually
Like,
not given that information.
I know, I'm just making a Vegeta joke.
it's yeah, that is a lot of Laras there.
It's literally Jesus Christ.
Sorry, it's the Citadel of Lara and the Kingdom of Lara. Anyway,
Yes, because a lot of times where the main focus of that is what they call the kingdom.
I know, but it's just funny.
it is funny. Anyway, I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of the name.
I like it 'cause it makes me think of Lara.
No. This is Kestrel's talking character in regards to the Justice League. Sorry, I should have been more clear about that.
No, that's fair.
Well, Auntie,
Fair
what do
indeed.
you think?
Auntie,
Well, I think
about Justice League.
I think we could. I think we could do a little better with that. I mean, it's not just us anymore, is it? I mean, it was when we were at home, and just us was we were the only ones capable of doing this.
But it's
You
still
know.
just us.
Yeah,
We're the only
But-
ones out here from home.
yeah.
We're the only ones who were part of the weird experimentations. It's just us who are, trying to look for this wizard. We're
Yeah, it's
just
not as
us
if
for a
we
lot
had.
of-
Yeah, if we had like other allies and other people to join, and then that's one thing. But it's literally just the five of us.
Yeah, and if we do get allies, then it's like a big thing because now you're just us too.
Yeah. Ah.
It's like a big, it's a, like a big inclusion thing.
Justice League. Justice
Hey, you never know. The
League,
Justice League could grow to encompass the entire world,
Yeah.
and everyone would be running around just saying, like some big monster attacks a place, and they're like, "Who dares defend us?" And all the farmers come out, and it's like just us, and it would just be a rally cry around the world.
Yeah. Justice League. Justice
Just
League.
us.
Justice League. Justice League. Yeah.
Aunt is going to roll a performance to try to pretend she's drifted asleep. Just so she doesn't have to answer.
I mean, we're staring right at you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how many times has Auntie go, well, I think we. How many times has she done that in the past?
This is true. Yes.
Oh.
True,
Yeah.
but it was also like you were already laying down. So are you just gonna start laying down as they're asking you, and then just go to sleep? 'Cause that's gonna.
literally, whatever I'm leaning against, I'm literally going to go like, same time as always, like in the truck, just go, well, I don't know about the name, but maybe.
Goes over to match that bit of pistol station with sound stuff and just repeatedly going Justice League. Justice
You hear a
League.
cacophony of Justice Leagues right around.
Yeah.
Like scales, but different versions of scales, like one slightly
Yeah.
darker, one slightly light.
Just us.
Justice League.
I just imagine his aunt is trying and pretend to be asleep. Her eyes just shoot wide open. It's just like, oh no.
Not
What
the
if
stream
my-
again.
It is not. It is not stereo. You hear Justice League in surround sound.
I know. It's just that like deadpan focus. Like, this is fine.
See, she said it was fine. That's like 4 against 1 now.
Okay, I think that's majority rules
Yeah,
now.
there's majority rules, yeah.
I mean, technically it was already majority rule, but
It
I didn't feel
was.
right just having 3 of the 5. But now it's 4 of the 5.
Mm.
Ooh, we can get posters and
Yeah.
ooh, we're gonna need like an emblem and
Oh, we're gonna need
Oh
an
my
emblem
gosh,
super bad. Oh, what
I'm
an
just
emblem
gonna
be?
look at Kestrel, just like, how am I supposed to say no?
Meanwhile, you have the 2 happiest kids here.
the losing blow was when Kurgetin got on their side.
Yeah.
Yep.
It really was. Because before it was like, all right, the kids like calling us that, and then Kurgetin joined in. It's like, oh no, this is a thing.
Also, there's a large part of me as a DM that regrets what
I don't.
Let the children be.
Okay, so is anyone else doing anything for this evening?
Other than helping the
No.
water situation.
What say you, Justice League, led by the Godwin family?
That was clan, but
Yeah.
they all
Godwin
know.
Main clan, same thing.
Yeah, it's fair because we picked the clan names.
The Justice League of Clan Godwin.
Such a mouthful.
Yeah, you can say the Just Godwins.
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
Yeah, Justice League has like a beat to it.
Plus, that's like when we sign, like say we actually do like make a guild or something, or we like own property, we can sign our name as our name, then Godwin, but then as the title, Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or JSO for abbreviation purposes.
Yeah.
Or JURL. JURL. Jewel.
Jewel.
Jewel! Oh, that's perfect. Maybe that should be our logo. We should have a jewel.
I'm just gonna look
that
at
would be-
the
Oh,
champagne
God.
jewel, and then look at my cigarette that's now a jewel device.
Don't sue us. Or just
Skills
random
is
disclaimer.
up
As
until
the
watch
kids
time.
as the kids continue to boil the water, they're just like going at it like, just like, oh my gosh, and maybe we could do this, and like,
Yeah.
ooh, maybe we could have T-shirts and just a Justice League, and then it has like a finger pointing to the person wearing it.
Then we can have like a little like I don't know, a jewel for a logo, and we can have like little pins. And
I
the
feel
pins
like
can
the
mean
jewel's
stuff.
kind of like over explanation though, because like.
You think?
Because it would be like, yeah, because it's like,
Mm.
someone would be like, wow, these idiots don't know how to spell jewel. And, like,
Just
Yeah, but that's when you punch him and explain that with the Justice League.
okay, we're heroes. We can't just punch
Oh
everyone.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
I'm gonna look to Castro and just say, all right, just imagine we go to register as a guild. We say just us. What's a dwarf going to think of us?
I guess I was already checked out of this conversation. You see him not even paying attention. He's just like, he's having his pipe and just ignoring
But,
it.
Auntie, you gotta admit, it's rather unique.
Mm.
Like, like, Knight Aubrek was telling me about, like, the Dawn Guard and, like, all these other ones. They sound very pretentious.
They
This is
do.
Justice League. Justice League.
At least ours
Yeah.
is truthful. It is just us, after all.
And it has layers.
Mm. The Dawn Guard don't just, guard the dawn. They guard the night as well, I imagine. That's not like Dawn Guard. That's Dawn and Night Guard. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They apparently just don't want to watch.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, are watches a thing?
I don't know. Sundials? But they're big.
Oh, I should probably not say watch anymore.
Not
Oh, man,
in
I gotta
not
really
in
think about
reference to not in reference to
watches. Yeah. I
Yeah.
gotta really start thinking about that. Oof.
When you say watch now time, they're going to say, "Oh, you mean like watch, as in camp,
Or
take
like
them and watch,
a pervert watch.
yeah.
or someone." Yeah, I was going to go with someone dancing, but yeah, pervert watch. I read love on you too much, haven't I, kid?
Yeah, probably. Didn't help.
I knew letting you watch Guccifer was too much.
Yeah. He ruined my innocence and naivety.
It was a good show though.
I'm kidding. I'm still super naive. Like, oof. Anyways, I think we're about done making water. We got 2 buckets now.
Nice.
I
Well,
can
one and
make
a
it
half
flavorful if you want.
Ooh.
I can make it taste like booze, Kestrel, if you want.
I'd rather not drink water, booze. That's,
Yeah, most
that's
disappointing
awful.
booze ever.
I'm
Mm,
just saying
like
I
his
could.
pepper.
Ooh, maybe lemon and like a little bit of mint.
I'll just take tea if that's the thing.
Prestidigitation, tea, prestidigitation, lemon and mint.
Ooh, oh, no. Lemon mint tea.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Does
I'm
that.
down with that.
Does
Yeah.
that. Lemon tea for all.
Yeah, there's not actually sugar in it, but goddamn, this fucking boiled water tastes good. So, anyone want to do anything meaningful before you guys start hitting the hay?
You had me at do I want to do anything? You lost me at meaningful.
I mean, both are still adequate.
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
Okay.
Nothing?
So it approaches time where you guys are getting tired. Those who did the jog, you guys are especially tired. Well, me and Scales got the first watch. I think the bigger question is who's gonna, as he looks over towards the bed.
So us on sleeping duty, it's me, Kurgan, and Auntie.
We can take the full watch.
You're gonna take the full watch?
Yeah, we just split it twice.
I mean, so you're not gonna get any sleep then?
No,
No.
no. 6 hours for one of us, 6 hours for the other one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you she looks at them, it's just like, how do they grow up so fast?
We kind of had to.
Yeah.
I still feel like you should be doubling up at the very least.
Nah, we're fine. As long as if we're camping out in the middle of the woods.
Well, I was
Yeah, what are your
referencing
thoughts?
outside.
Hmm?
I was
Yeah,
probably
what
gonna
are your
sleep outside.
thoughts
My thoughts on what?
on letting these two just do the watch?
I mean, you can trust us.
Just
We got this. Go to sleep.
make sure
Uh,
one of you is inside, so you can
Yes.
wake us up if you need us.
Of course.
Yeah, what's
Damon, mechanics wise, do we have to do the full 8 hours of rest just to remove our exhaustion, or?
Yes.
Okay.
We got this. Don't worry about it.
And if you can only wake one person up, I know you hate it. Go for Kestrel. He's probably the quickest on his feet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm lenient with the sleep schedule and watch when it comes to breaking up sleep, but if you got exhaustion, if you want to clear it, you need a steady rest.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right.
Okay, we're trusting you with this. We're
You
grown.
can trust us.
Cricket quietly says, "Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, how about you two get the bed? I'll just take the floor.
Auntie's already curled up in the bed.
You sure you don't want the bed?
After.
I mean, look how comfy it is." She's like, pokes the bed.
Anyway, I just imagine on the third poke, the bed just breaks.
No.
Roll a strength check.
Oh, no,
Sure. It must be done.
I had to open my mouth, didn't I?
Good. Very strong, and this is not like a super well-made bed. It's also old, so
14.
okay, you do not break the bed.
Boop.
I just imagine you sitting and you
Kind of warps.
All right, Kestrel, last chance.
I'm good. I'll just.
Okay.
I slept in more spots before.
Thank the D&D gods that there's not a speak with furniture spell.
Yeah, there is.
And he said terror elementals weren't a thing.
It's not chair elemental. It's called true polymorph.
Yeah.
You can literally turn or inanimate objects into things.
Guess still get some rest.
Imagine that
I
conversation.
can't imagine.
What is life? I
Yes.
was a rock the other day. Okay, so as the adults, I guess, go to sleep.
Damon, do you want to take the first 6 hours or the second 6 hours?
I'll take the first one.
Okay. Okay.
You sleep well. Where are you gonna sleep? Because they're on the bed and stuff like that.
It's okay. I'll sleep. Looks around.
I'm gonna be sitting on the roof for my watch. If you want, you could just, coil around me or something.
Yeah, I can do that. I've slept on the roof before.
Okay.
I'll nap on the roof.
Okay.
I use like Damon said as like a pillow.
You use his head as a pillow?
No, lap.
Okay.
You know what I meant.
It's all that fluffy hair.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as he begins his watch, you all sleep.
Yeah.
Nice.
This guy must be true.
There's
So,
when Scales is on his lap.
Okay. How would
Exactly
this play
why.
out in a second?
Oh, gosh.
Hey guys.
Scales.
Yes.
You begin to stir awake.
Wakes up.
You find yourself on the roof
Mhm.
with the kid like semi cuddling you, like your tail part and stuff like that. He's kind of like resting on it a bit, like with his head. You guys are like in a weird like reverse position.
Wait, you said tail paw?
Yeah, he's like kind of cuddling with your tail.
I didn't switch.
Oh, I thought because he said you could coil up a snake. for
No,
him.
no, I didn't switch.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, so he's just cuddling. Yeah, he's just cuddling.
African choosing to be humanoids.
Yeah, he's just kind of cuddle up with your legs and stuff like that, just kind of resting on them.
I just like look up like, is it daybreak?
It is still night,
Okay,
but he is fast asleep.
okay. I would just like wake up, gently move, and just be as quiet as possible and start taking my watch from here on out.
Okay, give me your perception check.
Also falls asleep.
Hey guys, we got this, no problem. Snooze.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
This is the first time that you've ever like cuddled up with the kid
Mhm.
in
Just
your
don't faze
human
me.
form. You don't fall asleep. It's just a little weird considering all of your guys' past stuff of having him this close and cuddled and stuff.
Mhm.
So you're kind of distracted in a way. You're
Mhm.
also just, contemplating all the fears of like, what if it's Yanti? What if it's not Yanti? How am I going to disguise myself? So
Yeah.
you're not really paying attention to everything that's going on.
Mhm.
But eventually the sun does start to rise. It's still super early.
Mhm.
And the sun continues to rise over the next few hours, but you feel at this point like it's definitely been enough time for people to sleep and stuff like that. And at this point, those in the inside are starting to stir. Like Scales, you technically still have a couple hours for the watch time.
Mhm.
Kids deep asleep, but everyone on underneath and inside, yeah, you guys have been sleeping for like a good 9-10 hours at this point.
wakes up.
Wakes up.
Probably still asleep.
All right.
Yeah. Ketcher and you wake up as Auntie's like just like sprawled out over the bed, just snoring still.
Kurgan gets out an index finger, leans it over Auntie, and boop.
A stiff poke right in the face.
Oh, what? Oh, what? Hi.
Just need one more. Boop. Just to be
Just
sure.
Just looking at her, just goes, yeah,
But
one more.
why?
What are you saying?
Why?
She said one more.
Are you up now?
Actually, now that I think about it, no longer she.
Just shift it
For the keep it
around. I imagine I just scratched my face and there's a little bit of scruff.
Yeah, it's mostly you wake up and you're like, man, my balls itch. Wait a second. You're like, yeah, I guess it's that time of the month.
All of that you said is probably literally what she said aloud.
Castro wakes up,
All right,
stretches and whatnot, and looks around for the other two.
Kurgan pokes the part with Auntie's face with the beard. Ooh.
It's just it's a little bit of rough hair. That's it.
Mm-hmm. It's the beginning of scruff.
But as you guys wake up, you do not see the kids.
Scales, Damon, where are you?
Scales, you hear the murmuring from the inside.
Kids.
Up here.
Goes outside.
Hey.
You see Scales up on the roof sitting up, and the kid is just like splayed out, like kind of sleeping on her thighs and legs.
Be quiet, he's sleeping.
How long has he been out?
Nothing happened. You all live.
Kurgan looks at everyone else to double check. Okay.
As you guys are looking outside, it is kind of hard to see outside. There is kind of like a foggy mist residing throughout the forest. Your field of view is probably blocked to maybe like 100 feet before it gets hard to discern.
Okay.
Is it a fog or just the roughage of the trees?
Fog.
Okay.
You guys feel better now, though?
Yeah,
We
well,
do.
There we go. It's all good.
Oh. Alright, so. What's
What was that? Right, I didn't hear it.
boss? Looking to stop or Kurgan.
I don't think it knows that.
I didn't say it aloud.
Oh, I guess we can let the kids sleep a little bit more. Probably get ready for the day, though.
Okay, yeah, well, how about,
Get supplies and stuff so we're ready to go out and meet civilizations.
While we're here, do you want to get a couple logs of firewood to bring with us so we
Yes.
don't run into another camp?
That's a good idea, actually. Oh, hey, sleepyhead.
There's like a momentary panic that only you can see, Scales.
Yeah, Scales are just quickly like, it's okay, all is fine. Just pretend it's all is fine. Hi.
Oh, that was some good sleep after that long watch I had. No insight needed for anyone. Something. The kid sounds very suspicious.
everything
Does-
alright, kid?
So sus.
Yeah, everything is perfectly fine. We're glad you guys are all up and awake. We should probably get some breakfast and stuff. What? Huh?
Yes, we should get breakfast, yes. Come on,
you-
sleepyhead, I'll help you
Yeah.
off the roof.
Oh, it's fine. Here, and he hops down and he gives you a hand down.
Yeah, takes it.
So, did you see anything?
No,
Oh no, it was a great watch.
completely boring, nothing happened.
Completely boring. I mean, here, I'll fucking roll it just for shits and or giggles.
I will be assisting him.
17.
Yep, that's about.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
You-
path. would be
Yeah,
that.
My path to
everyone's
beat
past
that.
he's definitely hiding or lying or acting sus. It's not a mind reader ability, but he's hiding something.
Hmm.
Damon,
Yeah.
how many hours were you awake for your watch?
About 6.
Really?
I mean, you guys are
Yeah.
alive. You shouldn't be questioning it.
Oh, did you guys hear that bird last night?
How did you hear Bird last night? Weren't you asleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kept bothering me. My balls started itching, so I had to move around at night. Kind of took a moment and listened to it.
Roll a deception check.
I know, but I could probably deceive better than they can.
That's true.
I will insight, Auntie.
Beat that.
12. No, I won't beat that. I actually cannot beat that.
Well, I sometimes I zone out all the animals, mostly because they are assholes.
Mhm.
Oh, then it must have been closer to your watch than Scales.
I mean, it could have been my watch. I zone it out again, just blatantly hiding something.
Yeah.
zoned
I'm
out?
not concerned about like a bird treating them or that. Now, if it was a war, then of course I would have alerted you straight away. But it wasn't. It was like a silly bird treat, so why would I even bother?
Mm, mm,
Mm.
mm.
So
Let's
anyway,
Yeah,
we
let's
should
go
probably
supplies.
get
Let's
stuff
go.
together, and
Yeah. Scales like just dragged the kid over, just I know, to get firewood and stuff.
yeah, I'll grab some wood. Oh, also, since we're taking these people's woods and we use their place, do you think we could leave a few coins for them?
Probably a good idea.
I don't know how much, but you know,
We could leave a silver or two.
I mean,
I mean, we also got these other ones, the coppers.
yeah, I'll probably say like a copper.
Yeah, I would say 2 copper.
Auntie looked at the quiver that I've destroyed over the night.
It was already broken out, so.
I know, but I still felt bad.
Also, do you guys even know how much we have?
We should probably tally it up.
Okay, well, I counted it. We have 20 of the brown ones, 10 of the silver ones, and 2 of the gold ones.
Should we split that between ourselves? You know, just in case.
I'll just write it down on my sheet so I had a reference.
Well, the kid is the one that currently has it in the box.
Mhm.
I would like to have my own money pile personally.
I mean, sure, but this is gonna be a really weird split.
Yeah.
Well, there's 20 of the copper ones, so that's 4 each. 10 of the silver ones, so that's 2 each. And the 2 gold, 1 gold for me and 1 gold for Damon.
I don't think so. on
Why
that part.
not?
Those are going to Stone and
How about this? Why don't I just hold on to this because everyone seems really weirded out about this stuff, and then anything we get in the future can be done. This is survival stuff, so make sure
Okay.
that we get the stuff.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
It was really weird how you guys all got like really aggressive about it. Is money that big of a thing out here?
Yes, it really is. You can't function without it.
People will kill over 1 gold piece.
People will
Some-
kill over like a copper piece if they're desperate enough.
Okay,
I
yeah.
knew
I'll
I'd kill
definitely,
you for a walnut.
I'll definitely hold on to this because I really don't care about it at all.
Well, start caring about it because it's really important.
You shrug your shoulders. So maybe, since now you know how much we have, how much should we leave? Because this is it. Like this is all we have.
I would, if you want to leave something, maybe a copper, but that's it.
Hang on a second. Like, why do we even have to leave anything? We're not like, we're taking wood that they can just harvest themselves.
There
Which one?
was that.
Well, yeah, and Auntie also broke that quiver more. And, we did sleep in their place. It seems like the right thing to do.
We also kind of cleaned it up, though. If you recall,
We
it
did,
was
I
kind
did
of dirty.
clean it up.
Yeah, we did clean, so we gave and we took.
No, 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 no,
Alright,
no.
here-
I
here's the thing.
cleaned.
Okay, here's the thing. A rule about camping. You leave it nicer than you found it. And I just looked to the lodge. Is it nicer than when we found it?
Yes.
We have paid our dues.
I mean, sort of.
If you really want to get something, I'd say 2 copper at most.
Okay, just for my own conscience.
Leave 1 copper.
He's already putting 2 down.
Scales will take 1.
Scales. That's not the right thing to do.
I was just looking at the money. I'm like, you know what? We'll probably just give the kids the copper, and then the Castro and Cricket can hold the rest. And it's just Scales already penny pinching.
Scales, just put it down.
Fine, but I still think you're paying too much.
I think that is adequate. Think of also what they provided. They also gave us a door into a possible path.
You
I
pay
mean,
for
that's
that?
worth all of our money.
Is it?
I mean, I don't know. I really don't get this money value still yet, but it seems like
Okay. So
You will learn.
You'll
I have
learn.
a compromise. I have a compromise. And like Damien was saying, maybe not worry too much about the money. How about you draw them something nice for a thank you note?
ooh, that is actually not a bad idea. Maybe leave like a note to say that people were here and that we ventured to try to locate the town.
I've got it. I got it.
And then put the 2 copper on top.
Yeah.
Yep.
It would also act as a paperweight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scales will write a note. Just give me a moment to write up the note whilst
Yeah,
you guys
you
talk.
type it up and send it to me, and I'll save it as a note.
Yes.
As I look to the kids, I see. Told you I gave her to leave the copper. Just
Well,
gotta-
he's actually after she tried to take some, he's actually holding on to it until you guys go to leave. Okay, so as you guys grab your supplies, you throw a little bit of extra wood. Who's carrying the wood, and how much are you taking?
I hate to throw you under the bus for getting, but you got the strongest glutes.
I mean, I can carry the wood,
Again, looks at her butt.
Camera pans too. She clenches.
What are we like carrying exactly?
Someone said they wanted to bring wood.
Just a couple logs of firewood in case there's not another cabin.
Again, we'll carry
Well,
it.
to be fair, as he looks around, you guys are in the forest.
Yeah.
I don't know if wood is going to be something we really need.
Yeah.
Well, yes, it's nice to have something that is not like an entire hecking log, or it's just a cut piece.
I mean, to be fair, I think we could find stuff.
Yeah, it feels a bit unnecessary to me. Yeah, it's again woods.
I mean, fair. It's just,
And what if someone sees us with the wood and they're like, "You stole my wood"? You know,
well, then we say there's wood all around. You can't steal wood.
I tell you what, Auntie, if you really decide on it, you carry it.
You know what? Yeah, I will. I'll carry
Auntie
it.
after an hour, I fucking hate this wood.
That's the
Out of her
spirit.
back.
See? Compromise.
Yeah. See,
So, how much wood are you trying to bring, Auntie? And keep
10
in mind, 10 pounds of wood in your bag of beanies. So you're gonna put disgusting, dirt-covered wood in the bag with your beanies.
No, I'm carrying 10 pounds with mage hand.
Would one hand be able to carry all that?
I'm gonna
Well-
say no.
Yeah. It's still a hand, like.
It's
even though
still like
weight-wise, yeah.
like the balance of it, things like that.
Mm,
I'm gonna say that because of the size of it, it would probably you could do it, but you're gonna be moving at a slow pace.
oh, then
Because
Fuck yeah.
keep in
I'm
mind,
just taking one log. Yeah, I'm just putting it in my bag on the top.
so one single bit of wood, which isn't necessarily even enough to really do a fire.
You know what? Fuck this.
Okay,
So we're not putting wood.
no.
No.
Okay.
It's just Scales like, no wood. All right, scribble, scribble, erasing the wood part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Whenever like these kind of dialogue moments happen, I imagine like Auntie's like in pensive thought, like looking at the wood, like, do I do this? And like you putting it in the bag, and then the Damon part comes in. Nah, I shouldn't do this. Well, should I?
How I
Should I?
was imagining it is as a like 10 ounces. So I imagine like I go to wood, look at my beanies. The logs are all nasty. All right, I'm not gonna put it in there. Mage hands. I try stack it all the mage hands. Start walking. One falls. And I'm like, fuck it.
And this is how you get Auntie to just go against a lot of her ideas. Be like, yeah, Auntie, sure, you do it.
Not a woman of action. Well, looks at
Man of action.
Man of action.
I mean, you were correct in that part. You are not a woman of action right now.
Yeah, you are not a woman of action. This is factual. But as you guys gather your stuff, you guys all stand out in front of the cabin. Scales drops off her note.
Would you like me to roll a charisma / performance to make a flourish?
What?
For the note
No,
writing.
it's a no. I don't care.
Okay.
You're making a lot of assumption that people are going to be able to read this note.
Well, I've written it. So.
No, what I'm saying
done.
is,
I know.
not everyone in the world can read.
I know that.
So you leave the note. You guys gather up. You guys are out in front of the cabin. You guys, mentally prepare for journeying however distance, trying to follow these tracks. We're going to end it there
Yay.
before you guys take your venture out to the world. Okay, so we will see you guys Tuesday, where you guys are going to continue to raise the castle, which is going surprisingly well.
Yeah.
Too well.
Diplomacy.
Double
Well,
lightning breath.
Yeah, I just had to realistically just look at the castle. Like as a DM, I'm just like, this isn't going to be a problem. This isn't going to be a problem. Oh, a room full of kobolds. Also, just because we did go through a lot today, I need everyone to write down that you gained 50 XP.
Yay.
A lot of ideas, role plays, stuff like that. That and I just, I'm fine with getting you guys to level 3 as soon as possible so I can throw more fun dangers at you.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, we can try to level 2 stuff. Yeah.
Give it time.
Go unquote. Give it time.
And with that, though, someone has just made it to level 2. I'm
Yay.
kidding.
Oh.
Darn, I was about to congratulate that kid.
Oh, I mean, he would after the... Actually, no. Now that I think about it, because it would have been before rest. Okay, I gotta level this kid up.
Yay.
Nice.
Yeah.
He will no longer have the he will no longer be the squishiest person in the party. That will now be Auntie and Scales' job.
Yay. Okay. But everyone say their
Bye.
goodbyes.
Yeah, bye bye. We'll see you guys Tuesday.
Bye.